Hello everyone, and welcome to the big shebang, as they say. You are now watching a new episode of Hangouts. We're doing Skyward Sword today. Skyward Sword HD. Did you bring any Pokemon power packs? You forgot?
You should have reminded me.
Yeah, I should have reminded you. But I was thinking a funny thing we could do, maybe take some breaks and look up, because this game came out 10 years ago or it's 2011. I thought it'd be fun to look what was going on in 2011. What major things, internet, fun stuff, world events, what was going on in 2011. 10 years ago, a decade ago. Which doesn't feel like too long ago, but it was. So we don't have Pokemon card packs, but maybe we could have some history packs. But if you've not seen us before, if you're first time watching Hangouts, I am Zach, aka Dweebo, aka the Skyward Sword hater. Notoriously do not like this game. I'm joined by Kenny, the Skyward Sword lover.
That's a strong word.
Skyward Sword enjoyer?
Let me say this. I picked
You either do or you don't.
I picked this game up in 2011 when it came out, as you know most people did. It was the new Zelda. I never was able to play it until I think I played it in like 2013 or 2014. Yeah. The story, the lore, the character development, parts of gameplay. Like here, I'll say this:
well,
if it didn't have the motion controls, I would say, like, gameplay things that they did in this game, dungeon designs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it was really good. The motion controls were really frustrating. You want me to skip this cutscene? Or do you want to watch it?
We can kind of intro our thoughts as this is playing, maybe.
I thought that thing looked goofy. Like, say that
Yeah.
that's the bad guy. That's funny to me.
Yeah, that's kind of a goofy design.
It's
like
a weird looking, but I get like a lot of the vibe of this game is like primal, like prehistoric. Like it feels that way, and that monster kind of feels like,
sure.
you know, the first monster that you dream of when you're a kid, and so like I kind of feel like that's maybe the direction they were going with it. I don't know, but I love the story. I hated the motion controls.
Yeah. I ran into multiple issues, like yelling at the TV, like issues with it. And I had the Motion Plus, the thing that they told me.
I had the gold Wiimote, like you did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the collector's edition.
And,
AOI said, "Kenny, did you play?" Yeah. So yeah, he definitely we played it, or I mean, you played in 2013, but I got the little motion thing too. I got the golden one, and I still had issues with it, but. Yeah, I mean, we got the collector's edition, so we are fans.
Graphically, back in the day, it looked like a turd. Too.
Yeah, at launch, this game did not look good. But now, like, so they were going for, like, a watercolor look. And I think, I'm looking at it now
in
HD, this remake, and I think you can definitely, it looks better, way better. Let me just say, like...
Their faces still look a little funky.
I'm still trying to figure out, I haven't seen the faces, but I hated it back then. I'm trying to figure out what I feel like what I'm looking at now.
I think it looks good. Like, and even like
it definitely is coming through the style, because the style looked like a garbled mess on the Wii. I hated it. Oh, yeah, I was like, this is so ugly. And this, I think this is actually trying to get to their vision, but they just were held back by the Wii. It was 480p back then. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing with HD television, stretched and.
Still, there's still some shots like where their faces look.
That don't look bad to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
that's a
doesn't
cutscene.
look bad.
Yeah, it's a cutscene. So yeah, like what you were saying with the lore, and it really explores it in Hyrule Historia. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, but the Hyrule Historia, like kind of Zelda art book history thing. I read that and I was like, there's some cool stuff in here, like the beginning of the Master Sword and all this stuff, and those bird things, and just that whole the Skyloft, everything like in there is really cool to read about. But the gameplay was driving me nuts in this, and the dungeons I hated. I will say there's a later dungeon in this with the pirate kind of thing. I don't know if was it spoilers or whatever.
Oh yeah, the pirate.
But it's a late game kind of dungeon. I really dug that dungeon a ton.
Are we going spoiler free or are we not going spoiler free?
We'll warn people and then they can just kind of mute it for a second. But
so warning, these are the things late game that I love.
Yeah.
The Ancient Cistern, that dungeon where you get the whip.
Yeah.
Incredible. And then you get down like to the deep depths of it, and there's like zombie bokoblins down there.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
That was super dark and kind of disturbing, and I thought was like kind of creepy for this game has some really creepy moments in it.
The faces are kind of
a little bit wonky.
Definitely better than the original.
Get my 5 rupees for.
I also feel like this one. Now, did they fix it to where it's never?
It doesn't do that. It won't ever do that again when you get a blue, unless you get it from like a chest or something.
Okay, yeah. But
so the camera is a little bit wonky. So when you want to move the camera around, you have to like hold L.
Yeah.
And then move it like this. Which
you move it with motion or you move it with the analog?
I need to put this down real quick. You move it with this. But you have to hit the L button, and then you can spin it.
Okay.
Which is not that distracting.
That's not too bad. The way that Jacob explained it, I thought that you'd hit L and it locks you. He was hitting Z and it would like push it around.
So for me, like, if I ever wanted to like just fix the camera view, I just do the targeting.
Yeah.
And then like
AOI asks, can you still use the bathroom? Now I remember the bathroom, and there's like a little. Isn't there a spooky note in there or something? Or
that's in Majora's Mask.
That's in Majora's Mask
with the hand that's coming through.
That comes through the toilet. Yeah, but in this one,
you can just sit. There's a toilet downstairs. I'll do it in a minute just for comedic relief. I'm gonna put this down and get my rupee.
Yeah, I'm still not like sold on the look of this game. What they were going for, I don't know if they nailed it, but this looks a ton better than what it did on the Wii. Gosh almighty.
Where's the bathroom That's Fledge's room. Don't want to get there.
Groose. I remember Groose, the Elvis looking guy.
Where's the bathroom at? I thought it was downstairs.
AOI, are you getting Skyward Sword?
I don't know where the bathroom is. I thought it was down here. Maybe it's upstairs. Oh, is this it? Yeah. Here you go, AOI. This is for you.
This toilet sitting down is for you, AOI. Nice.
Flushed.
I thought there was something else to it, but or maybe you go back to it when you're doing the fetch stuff that you're.
There's a thing later on. But there's a bathroom upstairs.
Yeah, there's a bathroom event. I remember the notorious bathroom event. We've all had a notorious bathroom event.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the late game stuff. The time shift stones concept, incredible. I love that concept when you're in the desert and you can hit the stones and it reverts it back in time to like what it was before it became a desert. I love that. Leave me alone.
AOI says yes, but not yet. There are some giveaways going currently, and I want to wait for the results. So for those that don't know, AOI joins us sometimes on here on the chat, and guess what? He is a master of going on Twitter and like, you know, like, hey, retweet this and you win stuff. AOI is like won a house on there before. No, he hasn't actually won a house, but he's won like, he just keeps consistent with that stuff and he wins. Consistency is the key.
I'll occasionally retweet stuff, but I never win. Ever.
Yeah, you gotta be like AOI. He's the master at that. You gotta keep consistent.
Oh, he wants me to go get the cat, I think.
One thing that ends up paying off in Breath of the Wild, but sucks here, I think, is the stamina thing. That, I don't feel like adds anything to this world. Like,
it's not that bad.
But does it add anything to the gameplay? I can't remember if there's something
I mean,
later.
there's certain parts where, like, if you had infinite stamina, it'd just be easy.
I guess so.
And, like, you have to time stuff out. There's, like, challenges and stuff. Got the demon cat.
Got the demon cat.
These things come alive in the night.
Now, what do we get? I have the notorious, basically paid physical DLC. I have the Loftwing amiibo. What happens? Oh, that's what lets me go to the Skyloft instantly transport.
Yeah,
but you can't do it without that.
You can't go. Well, you have to have a statue.
You have to have a
so
statue.
now I'll never get that notification for picking up the fruit again.
Okay.
And that's what people complain about all the time.
Yeah, that's a good.
Which it was
quality of
annoying.
life. That happened every time you turn on the game on. That was unbelievable. And I next I got to see how they fix the fee stuff. Whatever fee, it's like a fee to my brain because it was so taxing to have this tutorial thing. I think that's what honestly was the killer thing for me, was the tutorial stuff.
Did you see his face?
Yeah, the tutorial stuff and how kind of just, I don't know, hand-holding it was.
Okay, so later on in the game, another spoiler thing here.
Spoiler.
Later on in the game, you get this harp, and playing it on the Wii, where you had to like strum. It was so hard and impossible.
Well, I've been seeing gifs too of the part when you have to take the Skyward Sword to the sky.
Yeah.
And I was just seeing on Twitter like, ring. It's just so awkward just waiting for them to like get it up in the right spot.
Yeah, so sometimes it looks like he has like a beard, the way that the
shadow and stuff is.
Things that I hated in this game originally, that I know at least one of them's fixed. Boss keys. Do you remember those? They were like puzzle pieces, and you had to like move them around and like.
Did you have to put them on? You had to use the motion.
Yeah, and you had to like. That was annoying and frustrating. The harp was annoying and frustrating. What else? Those are the main things I can think of right now. But other than that, I mean, the motion controls were my big gripe about this game. I love that this guy, like, he's the precursor to the owl. in all the games,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
looks like him, and his name's Gapora.
Yeah,
Like,
I like that stuff where they
Kapora
connect them.
Gapora. And he's like the headmaster, and Zelda's his daughter.
Yeah, the stuff with the the story and how they I did like a lot of that stuff in here.
She's like embarrassing him, saying he's not ready to go in this competition.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question because this is the question I think people would be mixed on this game more if they were on the fence. If this game was called Adventure Man, The Stories of the Sky, and you played it, and it had all the flaws of the Wii game, would you have still liked it?
No.
It's because it's Zelda.
Well, here's the thing.
I think that this game would get more crap if it was not called Zelda. I think with it being called Zelda, people give it more of a pass in some areas. I'm not saying
But
everybody.
that's because I think that the story
You think the
makes
story
up for like the.
Okay.
This Zelda game is like one of the most like. I just think the story and character development is really good, and like, I just remember it made me like. It like had good emotional points.
Okay.
Like.
What's up, Shinobi? Said how's it going, brother Dweebs? Brother Dweebs. He called us his brothers, brother Dweeb. Well, thank you, brother Shinobi. We're doing great. We were playing Skyward Sword. Tonight is a match between me and Kenny. Because Kenny loves this game. Enjoys this game. He's an enjoyer. I'm going to call you an enjoyer.
I hope to be a lover by the time I finish the Switch version.
Finish the Switch version. I am a hater of Skyward Sword. But I do appreciate certain aspects. But if you like turn away from the screen, turn us, and we're fighting and pulling each other's shirts and fisticuffs, as they say, is going off. Well, you've been warned. Shinobi says, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the new Final Fantasy Battle Royale. I saw a trailer for it and has Final Fantasy 7 remake maps. I don't know what that is. The Battle Royale, is that kind of like a Dissidia fighting game? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Oh my gosh, it's gonna fall into the abyss. That'd be the short. That's a big change. They in the game right here. He falls. Shocking change.
It is.
There he goes. Final Fantasy Battle. Oh wait. That's I thought that was the name of it. It's the it's called The First Soldier. Yes, I have seen that.
No bird.
I see that now, Shinobi. Yeah, it's the. Have you seen this? They're making a battle royale game. Final Fantasy. Excuse me.
Is it a mobile game?
Final Fantasy 7, The First Soldier, and I think it's. Oh yeah, it is. It's mobile.
Yeah, I heard about that. They announced it at. I think at E3 when they announced the integrate or whatever it's called. My bird never came. RIP.
I mean, if it's going to be free and on mobile, then I'll check it out.
Leak space.
I feel like that's going to be a free. Like the Battle Royale stuff's kind of usually free to play. I'm also interested in the mobile, kind of like the remade Final Fantasy 7, the game, and then I think they put in Crisis Core stuff and some other crap in there they kind of stuffed in, but that'll be fun just to play on the mobile and check it out. What's up, Slime Pilot? Thank you for joining us. He says, or he or she says, I don't know, I just finished your room tour and I got recommended this. Amazing. Awesome. I mean, you're going straight from that and straight to the new content. But thank you for checking out the room tour. I had fun doing that. Shinobi says, graphics look amazing for mobile. I thought it was for PS4, PS5. I thought it was for PS5 as well. Like, I thought that looked very good. I forgot that it was mobile only. Oh. Yeah, I did a room tour video I put up, and I lost my vocal cords were tired. Like, I was having to take, I had to edit it. Like, I was just taking so much water breaks because I was talking so much about everything in the room. That was fun to do. have your like little game room set up stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to like bring the camera over and let's just like let you talk and stuff. Do something. Maybe there's something there.
We'll wait till I finish the basement.
Well, I've been doing like
There's Elvis.
I did one in my last when I lived with my parents.
Man, he looks stupid in this game.
Yeah, what the frick?
These people always remind me of like the pirates from the Wind Waker.
Yeah, they do.
I think they have a very similar music theme too.
Yeah. I will say that Groose, is that his name, is pretty what's the word for it? Memorable. Groose is going to be the last Smash fighter that they announced. You're gonna get.
So a lot of people say like he looks like a Gerudo.
Yeah.
Because he's got the red hair and the yellow eyes and the facial features and stuff.
That's cool. Yep, I bet that is. How come I don't see your bird?
Because you put it in the pen.
You want to see my bird? I can't imagine what could have happened. I specifically remember getting to this part, or not getting to this part. I think I was in the fire dungeon area. I remember texting you going, when does this get good? I was losing my mind at the fire thing, so I was like, God, when does it friggin' get up? Slime Pilot says, I love the addition of the stories and memories. You don't see that a lot. People just gloss over everything. I appreciate you saying that, Slime Pilot. I didn't even make the video because I was like, it's going to take like hours. I'm going to be in here talking about all this stuff. But what changed my mind was I like to watch other people's collections. And I did enjoy like when people would go in every little detail like, oh yeah, this, and talk about their thoughts and things. I was like, I'll go along. I'm going to make them longer. So thank you. I appreciate that, Slime Pilot. Shinobi says, is your TV dinner tray used to review figures on in your room tour? I used to love that. It reminded me of Matilda when they watching Sticky with Mickey. I don't know what that is at all. What is Sticky with Mickey? Shinobi says Groose is a Sith Lord.
He's a Sith Lord.
He can be honest.
He does look like one.
The TV dinner tray does not make an appearance. Maybe it'll come out on DLC. I'll make like a 20-second follow-up called the DLC. Called Intergrade. Room 21 Tour Intergrade. Or Room Tour 2.8 Prologue. I don't know. Square Enix, hit me up if you want some copyright on some of these names.
I can't remember where the stupid bird's at.
God, some of these things some of these people look so ugly. That just looks like
I forget how to do the...
That looks just like a lady that would just play with yarn all day or something. I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like a
Her
creepy
eyes are
librarian.
kind of red.
Like a creepy librarian.
Look at the red eyes.
Yeah, that's some evil. That's some... I don't claim any of that. Matilda is a Roald Dahl book. Sticky with Mickey is a show they watch. Maybe Roald Dahl is British. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but it's from a book. Interesting. Yeah, when I used to do figure reviews, I just had this TV dinner tray. I'd put the figures on, and that's how I would show the figures. And, I still got it, still rocking it when I'm eating. It's funny how many people remember that, because other people come in and say, oh yeah, I watched when you did figure reviews.
This guy reminds me of a Harry Potter character.
Yeah, he's got a little Harry Potter. Man, this freaking beginning part just drags on, man.
Yeah. That's not.
And I've seen that kind of overall, like a lot of people just didn't like remember that being a drag.
I could get a sword from this guy.
Shinobi says, I remember the Quiet review. It made me buy one and they were tripling out. Hey, Square or Play Arts Kai. No, it'd be Play Arts Kai and Kojima. You gotta look at this. I'm an influencer of figures with, you know, no clothes. So many thanks. You're welcome. Glad that. I make it a point though now in my reviews, because that Quiet Figure and some other have like tripled in price. They've gone up big time now. I always say they are expensive because I mean hey, this guy right here, he's with me on the journey for the Final Fantasy VII figures.
I hate this game.
He hates this journey, but you know, you gotta hate it, you gotta love it. But they're not cheap. They're pricey. They're in the $150 range, and I tell people that in the reviews, and I say, but if you want one, you either buy it now for $150 or those things don't get reprinted. I don't see much reprinted Player Sky at all. Especially none of the Metal Gears, because Kojima stuff, and they definitely stopped reprinting those. But
this is hard to do.
I'm watching out. I'm watching out for the team. Slime Pilot says, any opinions on Shin Megami Tensei 5? It looks cool. I've never played any of those games from that series. Are you into those? Have you played the other ones? I am currently still playing Persona 5 from Atlas. I'm having a good time with that. It's just, I don't know if I'll ever beat it. I've sunk so many hours, 30-something hours into it. I told someone where I was at that had beaten the game recently, and they said, I was like, am I close? Kind of close to the end? And they're like, you're not even on the radar. Dweeb, have you got Discord? I made my own Black Widow Infinity War figure and has Squisher bosoms that the player's quiet had. No, but in our most recent podcast, we are getting a Discord very soon for the Dweeb Bros. Jacob will be that's his little project. He's creating that now, so I think that should be launched soon. I think he was doing, I don't know what he's doing. Jacob's doing Discord.
Jacob does whatever.
Discord mod stuff, hot boy stuff that he does.
He's a hot boy.
Hot boy Discord mod, but that'll be up, and you should put that in there, Shinobi. I'm gonna text him right now, and we're gonna get a like because I am wondering what that was. I'm gonna get you a live status update. Okay, where are we at now? We're under the Skyloft, right?
Yeah, we're through this cave trying to get our bird back. Is this where
we find the bat guy?
No, that guy's later on.
Okay.
I showed Jacob how to get there the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, get ready to fight him. And then he turned around and... Somebody's calling for Zelda. Motion control time.
That's cool. He's talking about he kind of made a custom body, Bison body, and kitted it out, which I think is fun. Head sculpt Civil War outfit. That's really cool. I've never modified a figure. I've never modded one. Freed your little bird. Actually, the only the customization I've done to a figure is I broke them in the past, and I have to take super glue. I think that's the most kit bashing I've done with a figure. I think during the room tour, you get to see I had a broke Ratchet and Clank figure, and the glue did not hold up. Gotta fix it. Fix it again.
Bird time.
Bird time. before you jump off the plank here.
Nope, didn't hear it. You're crazy.
I do also think that Breath of the Wild adding the voice acting and stuff, I think it was time for that. And that was like, because like I'm burnt, at this point I think the formula has kind of ran its course, you know, with Zelda.
It's been nice to like have some of that old stuff back, but after playing Breath of the Wild, there's some stuff I'm missing.
Especially the climbing. I bet the climb, because it has a stamina. It's like, well, I want to like be able to climb stuff. Bisons are really cool for realistic figures, but they are so anatomically correct and feel a little perverted. I mean, they have a labia and everything. Oh my gosh.
What?
I gotta look up Bisons, but I gotta put safe search on. Safe search off. And what's going on with Bisons? I don't know. Is that like a Clarence Kai? Is that the name? Bison's body. Oh my goodness. Those are very realistic. Yeah, they blurred the guys on here. And they blurred the face. This picture of the thing is blurred and his face is blurred.
How big is that statue?
1/6 scale, so
1/6 scale of a 6'4" buff guy.
Dude, these figures are gonna make me act up in the Skyward Sword stream. I've never heard of Bisons, but I definitely know him now.
So you can make your own custom figures out of them, pretty much.
Yeah, so he like he like modded his own. Wow.
I love this part. Bruce is like, Zelda's playing the goddess and I'm gonna get the sailcloth. When I heard she made it herself, there's no way I was gonna let these things happen.
Pretty much 1/6 scale seamless bodies. No visible joints and complete silicone body on a steel skeleton. Oh my god. That's nuts.
Bruce is saying all this stuff about Zelda and she's like...
And we're talking about Pisces.
Our special moment of
I almost feel like, whereas Final Fantasy VII, I'm gonna get some slack for this, people that love the turn-based. It has its time on the original PS1, whatever. And in the remake, I think they did a perfect blend though of like real time. You get to choose your actions on the Final Fantasy VII remake versus the original. But I feel like that was a sign of the times, and they were trying to like with the graphics, there was some stuff or whatever. But like when they brought in a new thing, if they did that same slow battle system, it's like, come on, like I want to change it up. I think with them, like you're having to go through the dialogue and there's no voice acting the whole time. That's why I like Breath of the Wild. It's like let's just bring it into the new era. Like we don't need to have, you know. And that's hard with any series if it has a staple. Like, oh no, Link's never talked, or and he still doesn't in Breath of the Wild. But like, there's been no voice acting in a Zelda game. And I mean, some of the stuff it was just, you know, out of necessity. They couldn't have him talk on, you know, NES. They couldn't have him talk on SNES or whatever, or characters talk. But
This is like Quidditch.
Quidditch. And we're really getting the Harry Potter references tonight.
Guys, look, we're chasing a trophy on the bird.
Alright, we got a Discord update. This is for the people watching live. Jacob says he's planning launch this month. So, I mean, he's still got a couple weeks to get this going. We're gonna go on Discord.
These guys are just throwing names at me.
Kenny's gonna be on there, and there's gonna be some flame wars over Skyward Sword. So stuff's gonna get heated. Oh, that stuff's gonna get heated. Just playing Quidditch.
Stitch.
I thought that was a kid at first, like playing it in the wind.
It's just a child.
It's just a child. You got the Quidditch. Saved Zelda on the back of your new red bird.
Like, this kind of stuff didn't happen in the old games. Like them actually having like a friendship, and you can tell she's.
Yeah, there's more.
They're crushing on each other a little bit.
But as much as I enjoyed that, I think that Breath of the Wild kind of took that and took it to the rest of the way of like having the cutscenes, and there is interaction stuff with them in the Breath of the Wild too. And this almost seems like they were getting ready for Breath of the Wild. Like I feel like Breath of the Wild kind of like.
Well, there definitely were some things that happened in this one that like the stamina wheel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they took some of this stuff, and then Breath of the Wild's like, okay, here's what you're supposed to do with it. Like,
you have the shrines, which were like the trials, and then you have like the trial of the sword in this one.
I forgot.
I love this song too.
Yeah, this song rolls. Shinobi says, I agree. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake did the perfect version of Zodiac Age combat. Yeah, I liked Zodiac Age a ton too. That I was kind of mixed on the original, how slow it worked on Final Fantasy XII, but that remake Zodiac Age ruled. That's one of my favorite Final Fantasy games now is 12 because of that remake. I will check in next time. Check what your name is then for Discord. Yeah, and we'll put it on the podcast, and I'll put it on Twitter. If you follow us on there, it'll be everywhere you get your news.
Also the sailcloth and
so like when you go out to your driveway and get the paper, it's gonna be front page news. It smells nice too. Speaking of smells nice, hey, we were talking game collecting. I'm gonna connect these two, don't worry. I have been slowly, and I think I talked about in the Game Tour video, slowly getting my Game Boy game boxes back. I'm doing eBay auctions. I'm trying to find the best deals, and I'm trying to slowly get them back because as a middle schooler, I was dumb and threw away some of those boxes. And I won this auction for a Golden Sun. Did you play Golden Sun on the GBA? It was like a RPG or whatever. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, you gotta jump right off into that. He's getting pushed off a lot. He's gonna splat right here. I won the auction and I was stoked, and then I did the dumbest thing. I didn't read the description. The description said, smells a little like smoke, and I was like, frick, cigarette smoke. I don't want cigarette smoke in my, games that smell or whatever. But hey, I won the auction, whatever, and I should have been the one to look at it. But it did say it just smells a little like smoke, and I get it. It didn't smell too bad. Like, I open it up, I'm giving it a big sniff, a big whiff. And I go, and what I've done before is take baking soda and leave it in for like 2 weeks in a bag. Like the baking soda is off to the side and you leave it in there. And that worked okay. That worked really, it got a lot of it out that I bought like a game before from a yard sale or something. But this time I was seeing a lot more people say use a, and this is a controversial opinion I saw, use like a, what's it called? Oh my gosh, what's that called?
Ozonator?
Like, no, a drying cloth or a dryer sheet. Dryer sheet, yeah. Because it will actually put the smell of the dryer sheet on the item and it'll take it out. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it out for the first time. I don't care if it smells too crazy, whatever. So I got like a vanilla dryer sheet, whatever, and I put it in there, and that thing worked. Like, it didn't have that much cigarette smell, so if you get something that has like cigarette smell in it, it's not the end of the world. So I got a great deal on that Golden Sun box. I did not pay much for it at all. I was stoked, and I was like, oh shoot. Oh, maybe because it said cigarette smell. Turn some people down.
Here comes the moment.
Is this the kiss?
You know, Link.
We should kiss, Link.
Something I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
Here comes Twister. Weird looking.
It's actually a prequel to the movie.
Yeah, that's how it begins.
This is the first
Prequel to Zelda and the Twister.
This is the first Twister.
Shinobi says, dude, I have a box full of some movie. I want to go back and play that. Maybe a Hangout is due because I've not played that game in. It came out like 01, 02, I think. 18 years, almost 20 years I haven't played that game. I have boxed Pokemon Emerald, Fire Red, Golden Sun, and one of the Fire Emblems. Nice. Sig damage isn't often that bad unless your boxes are white. They can get discolored. Yeah, smoke smell will disappear after a month at the most. There's the Summon Night box too. My favorite should be Summon. Awesome.
There's your girl.
There's Fee. Get Fee out of here.
He's not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't think of that because I'm looking at one that I think also has cigarette damage and it might be more has like more white on the box. I didn't think of that. When your loft wing carried you back, you were limp. After playing the Breath of the Wild, this is doubly too much. Like, I just want to get into, I want to play. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you did the loft wing thing, but
It's almost playtime.
I want to get into the world and like start exploring stuff.
We're very, very close. What is that thing? His desk.
Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby.
Black tornado. That thing wasn't black. It looked like sand.
Yeah, it looked like brown mud. Another one I collected recently I had was Crash Bandicoot 2 for the GBA. I love that game. That's a great side scroller. Another box I threw away, but I kept the manuals to all these, so I was able to slip, put those back in the slot. But when I bought it, the guy, there was like a mark on the top, and I didn't barely even notice it was just so faint. The guy messaged me, the eBay seller, about to ship it out, and he said, "Dude, there is blood on the top of this," and he put in parentheses, "not mine," on the top cardboard of that Crash thing. And it was a little tiny dot. I went back and looked at the picture, and he was like, "I didn't even notice it." But there was blood on there. There was some blood sacrifice going on during a Crash Bandicoot playthrough. And he was like, "I tried to rub it off. Here's what I did." And it's like, it was more faint. He was like, "I'm so sorry. Like, if you want to cancel this, just like, let me know." And I was like, "Thanks for being honest with me, like, before you ship it out." And I was like, "I actually will still take it. Like, it didn't look bad and whatever." I was like, he was like, "Okay, like," he was like, "If you want to, like, a refund," that's what he said, "if you want a refund or whatever, I'll whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, if you just want to give me, like, a couple bucks off, whatever." He just made
Proof to Jacob Ware, by the way. Don't mean to interrupt you. I told Jacob, every time you, like, leave the room and come back, like, in, like, a different scene, you get a rupee, and he did it one time. Well, he just left the room and went somewhere else and came back and then didn't get it. But it has to, like, a moment has to happen.
Yeah. Like you're opening like a chest or something bigger.
Yeah.
But
Blood drop.
eventually, but this guy, I was like, hey, if you want to take off something, that's cool, but I still want the item, like whatever. And he made me just pay for shipping, and that's it. He was like, I'm so sorry about this, but
Gave you the box for free?
yeah, gave me basically I just paid for the shipping cost to get it here. So, AOI says also strange things started happening since some blood got on it. You know, never know. Like
this is one of my
the
favorite.
Crash Bandicoot satanic rituals. You know this right here. They go crazy out there. But now I have a bloody Crash box. Because you didn't think you'd hear that today. Well, that thing's killing you.
Oh no.
See, I hate the stamina bar because you were just running. You know what I mean? Like you were just trying to play the game. If you do not make it, this game is not good.
I left.
You left. Dude. Yeah, that stamina stuff. Crazy. Have you noticed all Nintendo cases turn yellow because they hold a certain voltage? I remember getting mine after 5+ years, and the power button and it flashed for a second to say it had power. Power button flashed. Nintendo cases. Like the boxes? Some of the boxes are turning yellow? Or are you talking about like the yellowing of the plastic? Because I think that's what the type of plastic gets made. And you'll see that a lot in certain, like, in Super Nintendos I see a ton. The plastic will turn yellow. And that could be from smoke, but that's also from the console bodies, not cartridge or game cases. Yeah. So the Super Nintendos, I see that a ton on. The Nintendos, it's more prominent on Super Nintendos, I think, that I've seen. But that is from smoke or the way that plastic is, it ages weird. Have you seen Super Nintendos that look bricked up? They get yellowed. But if you look on YouTube, some people show you, they tell you to get these chemicals and you give it a chemical bath. And you put it in there and it takes that coating off there and it makes it, like, great again. I'm not sure if it takes off, like, it tarnishes, like, some of the wear, like, on that. Because there's, like, a texture to the Super Nintendo. I don't know if it fricks that up. But look that up on YouTube if you've got one and you want to get the yellow one off. Mine, luckily, is pretty gray, but I kept it in box stuff for years, too. I think it's just, like, even oxygen or something getting on there over years. Like, I don't know. Oxygen will frick you up. You don't want oxygen. When's the fee? The fee, is it Fi or Fee?
I call her Fee.
Is Fee getting a first 4 figure?
I ended up liking Fee.
I don't like Fee at all. Fee is not for me. You know what I bet they also fixed in here? Do you remember, and I had to get reminded of it, there's a game-breaking bug with some telescope part in this game. There's a telescope part, or a cannon. You get to it, and if you save in that thing, or don't, like, if you save and, like, reboot the game and try to come back in, you cannot continue the game. You can't get out of that room. So Nintendo had to, you had to send in...
I remember, yeah.
You had to send in your cartridge, or not your cartridge, your Wii, or your game, and they sent... I forgot what it was. Maybe an SD card. Oh, you got it in first try. But do you remember that you had to send in an SD card? Do you remember that? And they modded your save. That's what it was. They modded the save on the SD card. Pretty wild. That's how that, because now that'd just be an update. They would just immediately put out. But and was there any? Do you remember there being any Wii patches, like online, like you downloaded it? I faintly remember there being something you could download to the Wii dashboard, and it was like update for this, or it was a fix, but I can't remember. Shinobi says, I heard it's because the console holds a charge and discolors the plastic. That could be true too. seen you can build an explosive with a Nintendo because it holds certain wattage. Too, you know.
Here, you want a SNES? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
What's up, Splat Squid? Thanks for joining in. I'm surprised how good these graphics are. I am surprised too, Shinobi. I think, like we said at the beginning, I think this game looked like doo-doo on the Wii, on an HD. We were all playing on an HD. I think if you played on a CRT, I don't know, maybe it kind of muddied it up and didn't look as bad, but
I played it on
everyone at that point I knew, 2011 had an HD, like all my friends and stuff, people I knew had an HD television that played on 480p, stretched or not stretched or whatever, like doo-doo. Looks a lot better now. There is too much story, I know. We've got to get moving here. We're moving.
This is it. I mean, how long have we been going at this? Like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
This is it.
Takes like an hour to get into
I'm
it.
about to do a Skyward Strike, and then we're in. Game on.
Game on. I always feel bad for never playing Skyward, Twilight, or Wind Waker. My fave was Minish Cap on GPA. I want to go back and play...
I love Minish Cap. The final boss...
I want to go back and play Minish Cap. That final boss is unbelievably hard.
I had a yearly tradition of taking that, taking my 3DS on the plane to California, and I would spend the whole 4 hours trying to beat that one boss.
Yeah.
And I finally did it like my third year. That was the only time I would pick that game up, would be to try and beat that stupid last boss.
That was a yearly ritual. Can I beat this?
It has 5 forms, and you have 4 bottles. It was terrible.
It's hard. I remember I did the same thing, but I did like years later. I came back and tried to beat it. You know, I just remembered. I'm gonna throw you under the bus on this next story. Phantom Hourglass. I let him borrow it. You went to Tennessee or something.
Yeah, I left it in the hotel.
Left it in the hotel.
See, I didn't realize.
You made amends. You
I bought you a new one. Yeah.
You made me a new one.
I didn't realize back then we weren't like we had just become friends like within like the last like 6 or 7 months at that point.
Yeah, I wasn't long.
And I didn't realize how OCD you were about your games.
Yeah.
And, like none of this over here existed.
The game tours weren't out yet.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about your collection and all your stuff. And
you hadn't even been over to my house yet. Maybe you have.
I had definitely been to your house.
But I think some of it was in the closet. Like it wasn't like out. You didn't know. I did the same with Jack and Daxter. I just finished it on a plane back from Spain on PS Vita. Yeah.
From Spain? Oh, you're reading the comment. I was like, when did you go to Spain?
When did you go to Spain? Shinobi went to Spain. Last time I was on plane, I was playing Breath of the Wild. I was doing some of the DLC had just come out around then.
Alright, let me go.
Dude, we get it. Breath of the Wild is a total antithesis, I think, to this game. Like, there is no, like, they just tell you, go. Like, here's this, and you can just explore that, or you can go kind of crazy.
Link.
Shinobi says I'm from UK, so Spain is probably closer to me.
Oh, yeah.
Than Canada is to you.
I don't know. Canada's like 4 hours, 3 hour drive from here. You could drive there in 3 hours. 4, probably.
I think 4 or 5.
Well, it depends what part of. No, Detroit's 3, and Detroit has the board.
It's not only 3. There's no way. I think it was 4. It was definitely.
Hey Siri, how far is Detroit from here?
It looks like Detroit is about 249 miles away.
That's 4 hours.
Yeah, that's 4 hours.
Okay, so Canada's 4.5.
Yeah.
And then you would be in what is that city up there? That's right on the border of Detroit. It's not Toronto. Toronto's further that way.
Flint?
No.
Flint is right. Like we drove.
No, I'm not
there.
talking about in Michigan. I'm talking about in Canada.
Oh, in Canada. Sorry.
Yeah.
Toronto.
It's not that.
Toronto.
It's not Toronto. It's not Montreal.
Is it Toronto? Oh, Montreal.
It's not Montreal.
Is it Fairfax?
No, it's not Fairfax. Hang on.
Or is that Alaska?
I'm pretty sure there's a Fairfax, Canada.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll tell you what it is. Canada break.
Canada break. He says, "Oh, Canada is closer for you than I would spend an hour or so just to get to the airport." Okay. Solve that mystery. Here, let me play for a little bit.
Good luck.
Oh my gosh.
Windsor.
Windsor.
Windsor, Ontario.
Windsor, Ontario. 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 Ontario.
Open your drawer. Or your cupboard thing.
This.
Yep. Oh, dang, we had a cutscene and we didn't get one. Alright, gotta go through the door.
Okay.
You're gonna go to the surface. You maybe do all the work and you're gonna take all the fun.
Yeah. I want to do fun stuff. Maybe a 2 to 3 hour flight to Spain from a UK airport. It's still really close. Windsor Castle. UK references. What's the coolest thing to do if I ever visit the UK? I want to visit all these like main countries, like the popular countries of the world. I want to skip out on North Korea for now. I want them to like.
Oh, you can go there later.
Yeah, I'll wait till they get like internet. I mean, they might have internet, but it's a little blocked.
Where are you going?
Okay, I'm done. Okay, why did I talk to somebody? I don't care.
I don't know. That's why I asked where you're going. Get out of there. Are you upstairs or downstairs?
It's upstairs. Gross.
You're downstairs. Go through that door on the right.
I gotta get used to this freaking.
No, not that one.
Ah! One of the Lilo and Stitches thing. What to say?
Right. No.
This way?
Right. There you go. Nope. Go straight from where you're at, like
Oh,
that
you know
way.
what? Make this look better, dude.
You can make what look better? The game?
No, us. I can beautify us, dude. Give me a second. Should have done this.
I'm already beautiful.
There we go. Now we're in the game. It's like EA Sports. It's in the game.
You want me to get you to the surface?
You're just wanting to play again. Oh, did I do the motion control?
No.
You don't have.
Oh.
Oh, it is.
Do the motion control. See if it does it. I turned it off.
It did. It's just the. Yeah, well, it's there. Okay.
Take your finger off
Oh.
the L button. It's that left bumper that controls the camera. Come over that way. Nah. Left. You have to get a shield. Yeah, so turn left to go up the stairs. I think that's the bazaar.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Then it's down there, right there.
That character always cracked me
Yeah,
up.
creeps me out.
Here's our shield. It's like the Happy Mask Man. Happy Mask Salesman or whatever.
Lupin. Yep. Toy Rupin. trophies.
I'm broke. Me buying my game boxes for Game Boy games.
Now go talk to the lady over here at the potion shop. She'll give you a free one.
Nice, got an empty bottle.
Oh no, you don't get a free one. Alright, move on. You don't have any money.
Well, I'll just take it home. What's she gonna do?
Oh, you mean it's not gonna let you steal? Target it, see if it'll let you. Pull your bottle up.
There we go. It won't let me steal. That's why this is one of these favorite Zelda games.
Breath of the Wild would let you steal.
Okay, I'm gonna let you keep playing.
You done already?
Yeah, I'll play when it gets. I'll play when it gets to like dungeons and stuff. I'm done with freaking Skyward. Let me tell ya. Shinobi says coolest thing to do maybe get some fish and chips at the beach. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't people from the UK call it fish and chips? Isn't that like just French fries?
It's French fries.
It's French fries, but we call them French fries.
Well, what do we call potato chips?
Potato chips.
Chips. What are fries made out of?
Fries.
No,
Fish.
Potatoes. I'm pretty sure they cut their fries differently too. They're not like
Fish and chips. So they're fries and potato chips. Is that what you're telling me? Why do they have fries and potato chips?
Potatoes are good in a lot of ways.
That's like the. You should even have mashed potatoes. But
Where did that pillar of light go? I literally was just over top of it. And then stupid Fee started talking and now it's gone.
okay, get some fish and chips at the beach and visit the beach arcade. That sounds cool. I like to hunt down Tekken 2 arcade machines. My favorite childhood experience. I really liked playing Tekken. I don't know which one it was. I think it was 2 and like 3 on demo disc back then, which I still have. Yeah. These old. You might notice one. This one has a Tekken game on it. Oh, it has Tekken 3 on it. The old PlayStation, and it's trying to erase it. Because whatever. The background. Oh my gosh, the AI does not want you to see it.
It's censored.
Here, Jam Pack. It says Jam Pack on it. I feel like we're taking a picture.
This is like trying to open Pokemon cards.
I could make it better, but I don't want to freaking change the thing back. But Jam Pack. It's like, I think it's one of the first ones. Might be the
PlayStation Under.
I think it was the second one. I guess what's on here? Jersey Devil on there, which has jumped up in price. That's like a $50 game now.
Classic.
And that was the one I had to get the case
jumped up
for
in
because
price.
I only had the disc. And I got the case for nothing. Not too long, but where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Tekken. I used to play that.
Fee's yelling at me because I didn't use the sailcloth.
There's not many UK arcades that have done Time Crisis. Or at least not done. Fries here are what you get at McDonald's or KFC. Proper British chips are basically really thick fries.
Yep.
Thick as your thumb.
Yeah. They cut them different.
Are they like wedges?
Yes, that's what we would call wedges.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's what he said. Fries here are what you get at McDonald's or KFC. But McDonald's doesn't have that, but KFC does here. But they might have that stuff at their McDonald's too.
You know what cracked me up
They
the
might
other
have
day?
their own like.
I was thinking like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I was like, that's in like India.
Yeah.
Like Kentucky, like
Yeah,
the
Kentucky
little
has
tiny
made
state below us.
We made it.
Open your mouth. My first green rupee.
Tekken's too good for the camera, I understand. Long cuboid wedges, also soggy. Yeah, that's like a wedge type situation. But some wedges can have a crisp to them.
I like my wedges crispy.
Are they mostly soggy there? Are they all? Do they have a little crisp to them? I gotta have. My food has to have like a texture, like a harder crunch to it, and then have like some gooey stuff to it. If I don't got that mix.
I was reading about the bliss point the other day. You know what that is?
No. What's that?
It's the point of like savory and sweet, like creamy but sweet.
Yeah.
But also like it's like the satisfying like taste that you get from like a
The bliss point.
like the bliss point. And they're saying it's like the right amount of like butter and
Ooh.
sugar and like a baked good.
Nice.
And they said it's no wonder that
Have you guys experienced the bliss point?
like all these processed foods, like that's what they're going for, and
This bliss point.
that's why people like, get addicted to it.
Because they're perfect bliss point.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice.
Yeah.
AOI says, how do they pronounce GIF?
I say GIF.
You say GIF?
I've always said
No.
GIF. I've always said
GIF.
GIF.
G.
Anything
it's
with
GIF. But if it's J, like if it's add the letter J, yeah.
my argument to this is always, what do you call a giraffe?
A giraffe.
No.
That's what I say.
No.
Shinobi says the thing is there's lots of larger, soggy or semi-crispy ones, but people ask for bits, which are like the crispy blade shaped in the potato or skin. Yeah, I like the crispy stuff. I hated this, and you have to do it 18 times. It feels like. It's like 4 or 5 times you got to do
This
the same
thing?
fight. Yeah, I
You have to
hate
do this thing like 3 times, but right now it's just.
3 times it feels like a million.
No, right now it's just like.
AOI says good point with the giraffe, Kenny. I mean, if that's how you say giraffe, there's something wrong with you, Kenny. I see the giraffe at the kazoo.
The kazoo. Now there's a shortcut though. Now I can blow right to the top. No, I know how to down. Thank you. Now I can be a stalker. It smells nice. I know where to go.
This is
When you said
this
the smells nice thing,
Yeah.
I've been watching this anime that it's called Noragami,
Okay.
and they only did 2 seasons of it, but the manga's like gone on forever. It's the same people who did Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Bones, and it's pretty good. But there's like phantoms. Basically, the gist of the show is that there's all these little minor gods, and then there's major gods.
Okay.
And the only way like a god is born into existence is if like enough people like wish on that god. And so the main character is like this minor god, and he charges like a 5 yen coin,
Yeah.
and he'll like fulfill your wish or whatever. And some girl like sees him. Most people can't see him, and pushes him out of the way of a bus, and she gets hit, and her like soul leaves her body, and she has a cattail, and that's like
Okay.
her cord back to her body. And so he promises her that he'll like stop her from leaving her body again. And so he's interacting with like all these other gods, and there's phantoms. And phantoms, so there's like the near shore, which is like people who are alive, and the far shore, which is like people who are dead, and
Yeah.
phantoms and demons and stuff.
Okay, so this is the first temple, right?
This is not. This is
Sun temple. Oh,
this-
you meet the little spoiler alert. That turned out to be,
that is an old woman.
but that turned
The
out to
old
be
one.
somebody.
Do you want to do the spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert! If you're watching, that ends up being
Empa.
Empa, yep. We did say spoiler alert, guys.
I'll show you another spoiler alert in a minute.
the old one. Shinobi says, "Did you just speedrun that? I thought you have to fight something. We have to fight something in a second, right?
That's later, yeah.
Yeah, that's in a little bit."
It like breaks loose and you have to knock it back in.
AOI says, "Just curious, have you ever watched An Idiot Abroad?" That sounds like me.
That would
Are
be
you
me
talking about
too.
me?
That would be me too.
I don't want to travel to out of the country where I don't know the language until I learn basic stuff. I gotta know, because you can use Google Translate now, and like have you seen where you can just hold up the camera and it'll translate
Yeah.
in real time what signs say and stuff like that? That's cool, but I want to know, like, I gotta know to at least say some basic stuff, like, where's
You know what
that,
that is?
or like, where do I eat, or whatever.
Do you remember what that is?
No, I do not. Is this another spoiler?
Yep, spoiler.
Spoiler, we're about to say what the orange sickle is.
That's later on in the game when you go back in time, and Zelda, like, seals herself up to keep the evil, like, imprisoned.
Yeah.
And then that's why Impa stays here and guards her until you come and then go back in time, and then it all happens again, and then you defeat the enemy, and then Zelda becomes free.
Gotcha.
But it's like her in, like, state where she's like keeping the evil at bay, like she does in every game.
Interesting. Spoiler alert over. Shinobi says, what series was that you said with the Phantoms?
Noragami.
Noragami.
Like origami with an N in front of it.
Noragami, Shinobi. Shinobi says he was watching an Idiot Abroad today. What is Idiot Abroad? Oh, Shinobi's on the Twitch chat. Got it. We'll check it out. Cool. Let us know what
It's
you
pretty
think.
fun. It's one of the. It's funny. It's not like it's not like a top tier anime, I wouldn't say, but like it's enjoyable. It's a fun ride.
And would you say if people liked Full Metal Alchemist because it's from the same people, or is it much different?
Full Metal Alchemist is very dark.
Yeah.
And depressing and twisted.
But but what made you draw to it? You just kind of wanted to see what the other stuff they
So
put
we
out?
have a couple people that come over on Sunday nights. Jacob comes over.
Is this like an anime club?
Yeah, it's basically like we call it anime club,
Oh,
but it's
cool.
not. I mean, we just come over and hang out. We always get like ice cream and
that's cool.
get food and stuff. And on Sunday nights, we'll put on some anime. So we watched. That's how we started Attack on Titan.
Oh, cool.
My wife and I started Attack on Titan at this thing, and then we were watching Inuyasha, and then they did the sequel to Inuyasha, Yashahime, and then once Yashahime was over, we started Attack on Titan, and it's funny our group chat we have.
Yeah.
It was like, at first it was like Yasha Homies, like instead of Yashahime, and then we made it Attack on Yasha Homies.
Yeah.
Because we started Attack on Titan, but then we watched My Hero Academia, and we're all the way caught up on that, and so we watched the new episode of that, and then we just started Noragami. We tried this one. If I say it, people are gonna know it, and they might judge me for not liking it. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, this cat person has no head. They're like a headless motorcycle rider, and I don't even know what happens.
I've kind of heard about this.
All these people are connected. Yeah, I cannot think of what. If you know what it is in the chat,
what's it be? Idiot Abroad.
it's not Idiot Abroad.
I want to check out Idiot Abroad. I want to talk more Idiot Abroad here in a second, but
there's just some weird stuff going. Like people are like don't have faces or they're disappearing or something, and this one guy like I don't even know. I couldn't even explain it to you. We watched like the first like 4 or 5 episodes, and I just couldn't get into it.
If you guys are a fan of that, I'm telling you, this guy likes Skyward Sword.
Oh, it's an Irish, like mystical being. What's it called?
Irish mystical being.
Is it a siren?
Siren Guard.
I'm gonna Google.
Siren Guard sounds right.
Anime with headless rider.
AY says Zach.
Dura. I always made fun of the
Dura. I've kind of seen that little that helmet. Yeah, that little helmet that it wears. Dura. Yeah, but I don't know anything about that series. But AY says, Zach, will you pre-order the Evangelion Blu-ray box? Absolutely, I'm gonna pre-order that.
Yes, I need you to let me know when that goes live.
Yeah, that goes live next week. I am gonna be first in line.
Where's it gonna be up for pre-order at?
I think it's straight on their website. It's GC Kids.
And is that all the movies, or is it the show?
It's all of the show, the TV show.
Okay.
It's End of Evangelion, Death and Rebirth, and I think the Rebuild.
That's crazy. That's gonna be $500.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. But you know what? That is like one of my favorite shows of all time. Like that's my second favorite show of all time. So
leave me alone.
I will definitely be dropping some bucks on that. Shinobi says Idiot Abroad is funny. A lot of YouTubers are reacting to season 1 at the moment. What is it? Let me look it up and see what this is about. Okay, it's a British travel. Wait, and Idiot? They said that was like. In Germany, it went live 2 weeks ago. $200 for the Blu-ray show plus 2 movies. $200? Yeah, I'll drop $200 on that.
I would do that.
Oh yeah, immediately. That's a fair price. But that's Germany. I don't know what that's going to convert to. Idiot Abroad Season 1 is a documentary of a simple British bloke visiting the 7 wonders of the world, but he is always fed up and it's genuinely funny. That sounds funny. Produced by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. Interesting.
Ricky Gervais is funny, so.
Let me see. I see an Idiot Abroad that came out in 2010. Is this a different show? No, it says Ricky Gervais. Did this like just get popular again, or what happened? Show from 2010. We were gonna talk like stuff that was famous 2011.
Jelly Blob. Oh, where do I go? Where is this little guy hiding at? Fee's trying to buzz me, but I'm ignoring Fee. Alright, where's this little nerd at? So something cool I didn't know. There's the nerd. Let me get my bottle ready.
Get your bottle ready.
I forget how you do it on this one. There it is. First of all, that needs to be a quick second. There we go. Okay, so you hit. I need to be ready to do this. And then you do that, and then you scoop those.
What'd you get? Glittering spores.
Now watch this. Is that thing still glittering? No. So I need a rupee. Leave me alone, Fee. I'm ignoring you for a reason. So if I use this, you see that?
What'd it do?
It turned it into a 5 rupee.
Oh, it turned to green. Oh, that's
Look.
interesting. What a trick.
I'm gonna sprinkle it on this blue one.
It turns it green.
But look at the other one.
Oh, the other one turned red.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
And then you can do it when you get to like your last one. You want to try and use it on a heart. I don't know if it'll let me double it up.
I never knew that. What a Skyward Sword trick. We're showing off the tricks today. Stephen Merchant was in Logan as the hell guy in the band when Charles was attacked. I forgot about that.
Just killed
Logan.
the grasshopper.
Did you see Logan?
Did not. Want to.
That was awesome. That was like Last of Us Wolverine style.
Really?
Yeah, I had a good time with it. You might know him from his sitting invention. What is a sitting invention? You make?
I need a heart.
I'm off, guys. Hopefully I can show you my Black Widow. If you get Discord next time, take it easy. We will have that up this month. Post that in there. Shinobi, let us know. We will let you know. You show us the, what was it, Fison? Fison.
Okay,
Make
now
sure
look.
your Google search, your safe search is off. See ya, Shinobi.
I sprinkled that magic dust on the heart and
Nice.
it became a fairy. So now we're saved. We die.
Saved.
Alright, time to go get this little Kiwi nerd.
Kiwi.
Alright, where do you run? Oh, he's right there.
reminds me of the little Kakarot things and Korok, yeah. Kakarot. Kakarot. I've been wanting to check out a show called Odd Taxi. Have you heard of Odd Taxi?
No.
It's an anime. I want to check that out. I've heard people talking about that. And then Chainsaw Man, is that another one that's...
Never heard of that.
Thought you were doing Anime Club.
We do. I never heard of Noragami before 2 weeks ago.
I've been watching right now, and I'll talk about it on the podcast more, but I've been watching UFO. It's from J.J. Abrams, like Bad Robot Productions or whatever, and they did a 4-part documentary on UFOs. And our podcast is almost a semi-become an alien podcast. Like, it just keeps coming up. Aliens and the dark web. We're just getting real nitty-gritty with the details.
I was, where's the stupid thing I need to go to? It's right here. I was reading a thing on Reddit today, and I was like, what's the craziest Fermi paradox, like, theory?
The what paradox?
The Fermi paradox?
What's that?
I'm pretty sure it's like the paradox of, like, if we're really alone, like, either the universe, like, we really are alone, or we, like, or there's tons of life everywhere, but we'll never, like, get to it because, like, it's just, space is too big or something.
Yeah.
I'm not 1,000,000% sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but it's something to do with that. And it was, like, they said that, it was like, what's the scariest one? And it was like it's like the forest theory, or the dark forest theory is what they said. And it was basically like that that we basically live in a dark forest, and if you make yourself known, like, something big and bad will come and eat you. Kind of thing.
Shit.
Yeah, it was like, so everybody stays quiet.
That's why Donda hasn't come out yet.
That's it.
Yeah.
So everybody stays quiet so that they don't draw attention to themselves.
Yeah.
And
He's trying to save us. We're freaking yelling at him, and he's trying to save us. Aliens would be like, no, this album's too good. AOI says, do you think we will make contact with intelligent aliens during our lifetimes?
no.
Maybe we already have. I'm watching this UFO documentary, and maybe it's already happened.
No.
But no, like, wide world, are people going to know about this? I don't know. I mean, I smell a skunk in the cellar when it comes to aliens. There's too much, I'm smelling a skunk in the cellar. There's too much wackadoo stuff going on. That is a thick boy. That is a thick, thick boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean, AOI. Yeah, like, general, mainstream,
I don't think so.
people are seeing it on The View, like, here it is, an alien. You don't think so? You don't think so? That is the one thing, like, even watching the UFO documentary, it's like, why won't they ever just talk to us? Like, I want one person, but, like, they keep abducting us and doing wackadoo stuff.
They ain't abducting nobody. It's fake news.
Well, you gotta, maybe it's fake news, maybe it's not. You gotta watch the doc. But, I don't know. There's too much wackadoo stuff happening, though. I don't know. I mean, I didn't think I'd live through a worldwide pandemic, and here we are. So, I think anything can happen. I mean, who knows? I might even become a Skyward Sword fan.
No.
I mean, meeting an alien might be a better chance than that. Who knows? Alright, let me try to, like, can I battle enemies yet and stuff?
We're looking for Kikwis right now.
Are we doing the frickin' Knuckles in Halloween Town or whatever it's
Yes.
called? And what's it called? Pumpkin Patch or something. What was it called?
Pumpkin Hill.
Pumpkin Hill, yeah.
Is that thunder?
Yeah, you're doing some Pumpkin Hill stuff. Yeah, it is thunder.
We're doing.
I saw a little clip on TikTok, and so these guys had put like a TV outside on like this patio thing, and they were like
smart.
They were playing during a storm had come, and they were out there playing, and when the guy they were in the last life like went and did the smash, thunder hit right at that point, like right when he hit him and it went flying or whatever. Really cool part. So I think we should do that like next time you throw a rock at somebody. Like time it with the thunder.
With the thunder.
When the thunder rolls
Boom, boom,
and the lightning strikes. Do you have print underwear? This one I knocked on the back. Knock it on the back again. Yeah, it's got leopard print underwear. Still trying to find the Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah. There's one like you have to crawl in a hole underground. There's one hiding, and you have to cut all the little bushes down.
Little side note on Ava, I will not have the Fly Me in the Moon ending song in it. Oh my gosh. I was holding out hope, but you let me down softly. AOI. I'm gonna mod my copy and put a version that I sing on it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm extremely excited for Evangelion. What's your viewing plan tomorrow? Like, what are you? I am like making a ritual of this thing. I don't know anything about it. I'm not seeing any of the trailers.
I've never seen any of them.
I don't know one screenshot
Here's
from
the
this
hole in
thing,
the ground.
so no spoilers, please. But
Where am I going to be able to watch it at?
Amazon Prime Video. It's gonna have 1, 2, 3, and 3.0 plus 1.0 on it, and a documentary I just found out that shows like the making of. Oh, AOI says in regards to the box set. Okay, I'm still holding out hope that this movie ends with Fly Me to the Moon, but we'll see. And if you know AOI, don't tell me, but that sucks that it's not in there. Because I was seeing people talk about that. It's like, is it going to have Fly Me to the Moon? But did you see, like, they had some like rights? That's why it's not in the Netflix show. The Netflix show put, like, it's that Ray theme or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, dun, dun, it doesn't really fit. You need Fly Me to the Moon, so. Bummer that that's not in there. But I'm still paying for it. I'm still paying $200. And if it's as cool as it looked like the Japan set, have you seen it? It looks like, it almost kind of looks like Ramiel, the angel blue,
Yeah.
all blue around and stuff. It looks cool. I don't know if that's what they're known for, but.
Yeah, I'm really
What's
excited.
your? I have waited 9 years for this thing. I'm so extremely excited. I'm thinking I'm gonna get like a pizza. My favorite pizza. I like, pizza around here or whatever. I might get that, or a little snack. They make like these. One restaurant near us has that freaking chocolate on the skillet thing or whatever with ice cream. I'm going all out. I don't know what I'm gonna do though.
Are you so? I don't know if I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. If I'm gonna wait till Saturday.
Oh, watch it with us.
Yeah.
Okay, live. See, I want to like get an alone experience. This movie is like 3.5. It's 6 minutes away from being the longest anime film of all time. They're 6 minutes out from that. It's like so that's why I want to take it as like an experience. Like,
But did you see that? I never noticed this in the original game. Watch this.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta kill this guy.
What's really cool is that it will have the final and best version of Death and Rebirth in it. What is that exactly? I don't know what is the final and best version of Death and Rebirth. I kind of skipped through Death and Rebirth because it kind of felt that it was just the show, kind of like, almost like a super cut of the show, and at the end had a little bit of End of Evangelion in it. But I kind of scrubbed through Death and Rebirth. What is that?
He pooed on me.
He pooed on you?
Look at my stamina wheel.
And it's killing your stamina. Just like when you get pooed on in real life. When a bird like poops on you.
Yep.
Has a bird ever pooped on you?
Yeah.
I think I've had a bird poop on me twice in my life.
I was in Florida.
To the point when it happens, it's like the chances is happening. I should have won the lottery, but I got. You win some, you lose some. But I am locking myself away in my game room. I'm putting that on, and I'm gonna have like a good food, like a good dinner. I'm gonna watch that with. Maybe popcorn is a snack. We'll see. I'm just getting so giddy it's tomorrow. It's like, so you're wanting to watch like for the first time with us. Okay. It's gonna be hard to contain my. I remember when Metal Gear Solid 5 came out.
It's only gonna be dubbed, right? Or subbed?
Both.
Oh, so we'll get to watch dubbed? Are we gonna watch it dubbed?
We'll have to. I think. I'm down to watch dubbed, and that's probably how I'll watch it.
That's how we've watched
tomorrow.
everything else.
I'll watch dubbed, yeah, I don't care.
We only watched subbed when we had to watch the 3.0.
Yeah.
When it was, we had to watch like a crap copy somewhere.
We had a. Ano gave us a copy, his own copy, when it wasn't here yet. How surprising. But they are. Yeah, I forgot. And. How's this going to work? Is it going to have all the movies in that box set AOI? Because I saw that the new movie is going to have a 4K Blu-ray of it. So is that going to be in 4K on this box set, or is it all 1080p just Blu-rays? And I have to buy the freaking new one separate. Let me see. Oh, he wrote a lot. Okay. Death and Rebirth original version. Death is an RDTV 1 through 24 recap with some new scenes. Rebirth is just the first 26 minutes of End of Eva. Yeah, that's what I'm remembering. Which wasn't ready yet. A few of the new scenes from Death were recut into TV episodes 21 through 24 to make the director's cut plus Death true. A recut of the Death segment only, with the scenes that were moved to the director's cut TV episodes removed about 4 minutes total. Only broadcast on TV. Oh, okay, interesting.
How do I get up this stupid thing?
Nice.
This guy's taking me off. I hate chasing these stupid things. Anything in this game that involves the dowsing.
Death True 2, a slight revision, only adding a couple of new shots to make it flow better as part of the revival of Evangelion theatrical re-release. After this ends, there's an intermission screen followed by End of Evangelion. This is considered to be the final version. Interesting. That'd be a cool way to watch it if you hadn't seen the first one in a while and you kind of get it, and you just kind of want a supercut. That'd be a cool way to watch the series. But I've watched it like 4 times through now, Evangelion. My most recent viewing, I watched the Netflix dub. Check that out. So. Interesting. What did you say? I think you mentioned the rebuilds. Okay, so it's not the rebuilds. It's just the show and the End of Evangelion Death Rebirth. Okay. Definitely worth it. So yeah, the 4K, the whatever is gonna be 4K. I wonder if they'll do 4K things of the rebuild of 1 through 3, which I will get.
I'm sure they will. Anything that makes money.
I actually just found the other day what's going to probably be my first 4K Blu-ray purchase. Do you have any 4K Blu-rays?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's 4K. I'm going to be getting Mulholland Drive. My favorite movie of all time. I just saw is going on the Criterion collection. And that's going to be at a 4K Blu-ray, and then all the extras are on its own separate Blu-ray thing. But I like to own when it comes. I don't have a lot of Blu-rays, but the ones I own, like Lost, I own the Batman animated series Blu-ray. But I sold a bunch of Blu-rays, sold a bunch of like DVDs. I like going digital when it comes to like media because I love like casting stuff to like our bedroom TV. If we're wanting to watch something one night, me and my wife, just booms. Like I love that connectivity of good. Like I don't want to have a physical thing all the time. But Breaking Bad, I own the big collector's edition of that with the freaking canister thing. Like my favorite things, I like to own physical. You know what I mean. Finally, Hideki Anno can get some rest. Yeah. I've heard that
he's gonna rebuild the rebuilds.
I saw a little interview with when they did digital packs this year or something they did. Comic-Con, I don't know what it was, but they asked him like what's next after this, and he said that he's only gonna be doing live action stuff. And in the 90s he did something called Gunbuster and some other stuff which I still want to see, but he's not done. And then he did Shin Godzilla most recently. That's why this kind of took so long. He went and like he had a chance to direct a Godzilla film, which is like, you know, for anybody in Japan that's probably like a big thing to get to do. So, and I loved Shin Godzilla. It uses Evangelion music in Shin Godzilla. Did you see that one?
I didn't.
It like I was freaking out watching that when that came out because I didn't know that was coming in. That's a great Godzilla film. Do you have El Camino on Blu-ray? I do not. They put that on Blu-ray because that was on Netflix.
I thought it was only Netflix.
I thought it was only Netflix, but he also says that was a good one, Kenny. I don't know if you fell on it, dude, that thing is thick. That is a giant Zelda ball sack, is what I see right there. There is nothing else that is.
Come on, give me this stupid slingshot already. I love the jiggle effect.
Yeah. The jiggly Deku balls. Deku balls. Say that 5 times fast. Deku balls. It's gonna be the name of the stream.
I had to use the sail to get off of him. Come on, I already know. I've played a Zelda game before.
Yeah, this game has no creativity in trying to get you to do stuff. Press the A button and do this. But I felt like this was the tail end of like the Wii era of everything's casual and everything's like... The Wii did bring in a lot of people that weren't, you know, playing video games at the time, like moms and dads and parents. Because when I like go yard selling, that is the #1 system I find is Wii's. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like families that didn't play games really got involved with that. But I hated this era of video games. This was my least favorite era. Like the Kinect and all this like, I don't know. It was so dumbed down, it just kind of lost what made Ocarina of Time and Majora's, all these other like Zeldas and other games like fun. The discovery. That's what Breath of the Wild like. It flipped the pendulum all the way to the other end of like, nope, you go anywhere. The gameplay is the star of the show, and we're just gonna let you explore. Where this game fee is coming out every 2 seconds. See, I don't see her a lot though, so they like.
Well, she buzzes me when she wants to come out, but I just ignore.
Okay. Which you could do in the old one, right?
No.
It just it made her come out. Okay. Yeah, when she came out. Cheese and peas. It's freaking. Uh-oh, first time we get to see that little spooky guy.
There's the temple, but we gotta get there.
Farron Woods.
Deep woods.
Oh, this is like the deep web of Zelda. I'm gonna get my drugs from here. Some Deku powder. There's the dealer right there. Let me try this. Okay, let me see. I know, that's where I want to be.
It's really a hack and slash.
It's literally a hack and slash. Nice. We have to collect. I think I 100% of this game, unfortunately. Well, did you 100% it? Even the Skyward Sword enjoyer did it, but the guy that hated it.
What's your personality?
Yeah, I like the 100% stuff. If I. Well, now I only 100% if I enjoy it. I think if I would have played Skyward Sword current times, it would not have gotten 100%. But there's also some games that are too big to 100%. Like Persona 5. Love the game, never gonna 100% that game. Like, never in a million years. It's not gonna happen. Because I don't even know when I'm gonna beat it. Can't even beat the dang thing. We were talking the last hangout. Is there any other games you're excited for the end of the year? For me, it was only Metroid Dread.
Yeah, that's all I can really think of.
I think that was it for me. And the games I missed this year, like I want to play Pokemon Snap, I want to play Ratchet and Clank. I'm waiting Black Friday this year. I just got too busy this year with stuff and had a lot of fun trips and stuff. So the only thing I've really played this year a lot is that Final Fantasy VII DLC. And that's very short. I'm about to beat that. 100% that, so. I think Lily was some bonks ahead. Could you fight on the thing?
No.
This game rules!
I didn't make it all the way. He's gonna come back here.
Oh, this rules.
When he gets like right here, I'm gonna knock him off.
AY says Metroid Dread will be awesome. Yeah, I got the special edition. Kenny did too. Me and Kenny are dumbos for that special. You buy a couple more collector's editions than I do, but certain things like Metroid a Metroid game comes around like once in a blue moon, and I'm not counting.
And that's what I've been playing a lot.
And I'm not counting freaking Federation Force.
No.
I bet Federation Force has gone up in price because all the Metroids have gone up in price. Let's see.
That game's a fart.
That was not what anybody wanted in me. I'm saying this is what they wanted. I shouldn't be confused about Federation Force. They kept putting keynotes out, the little directs, and it was like, get this away.
Oh, I missed.
Alright, Federation Force, let's add it to the collection, guys. $40 brand new.
That's retail.
It's retail back then.
Oh my gosh.
$35 free shipping pre-owned. So it went up in price big time because this thing used to be $10 instead of too expensive. And I had a copy when I cut down some of my collection. I got rid of Metroid Pinball. There was a pinball game for DS. I was like, I'm never gonna play this, and I sold it. Nah, everything went up in price, but because of COVID, and then Metroid
No,
I
shut
think
up.
got renewed interest because of Dread. So I need the pinball game and Federation Force to make my collection complete.
Did you see how bad that looked?
The two most forgettable Metroid games. You know what's still sealed is Triforce Heroes.
Mine is as well.
At this point, let it keep sealed. Maybe it'll be $1,000 one day. This was the game that no one got. I had fun playing it at like a kiosk because one year that was Best Buy E3s. Remember when they were doing Nintendo E3? I think that was the only thing that was coming out. I think we played it there, and I was like, I really liked Four Swords Adventures.
That was really fun.
That one was really great with friends. I remember playing that like 2-player people. I still have an extra sealed copy of the Metroid trilogy for the Wii. Dude, get that graded, bro.
Bro,
Get that graded.
that thing, what's that worth now? I remember paying $80 for that back in the day
Is
and
it
being
the regular or the limited? But they're both,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
both
yeah.
worth it. They're both worth quite a bit.
I paid $80 for the steelbook one. and
I
was
don't
like,
have the steelbook. I have the regular edition. Which, you know what? When I was like going and price charting and putting my collection stuff the other day, some of the greatest hits versions of games are now worth more than the regular.
Why?
I was seeing that. Like, some of them on average, if you have the greatest hits, it's more rare than the regular. Which I think more people just had that version was the black label, and then they didn't make a lot of greatest hits or something, but I thought that was interesting, because I was like, I wish to steer clear of that. Of the greatest hits. But I have a ton of greatest hits from, like, PlayStation days, some from PS2, and I think I have my Metroid Prime is greatest hits, and my Super Mario Sunshine is greatest hits, and my Wind Waker is greatest hits. Because I got my GameCube a little bit later, like a year or two after it released. I got it for Christmas. So by that time, my parents bought those games, and it was just those to pick from. But I made it a staple, like a thing. Like when I started collecting in 2013 or 2014, I was like, I'm not going back and buying Black Label. Like, if I've had it and it's been in my collection, that's it. We are now to the... Is this the first temple?
First temple. Took us almost 2 hours. To
Oh
get
my gosh. AOI. Yeah, is it the limited edition you have or the regular? Let's look up. I'm just gonna look up regular. Is it like... Excuse me. Like the German version too? North American version? What do you got? Okay, the collected edition one, I think that's still. Yeah, collector's edition. A 9.8 sealed copy of the collector's edition. Went for sold for, or no, it's listed at $2,500 in best offer. This is where I first got really pissed off at this game. Is where there's a one with the little spider.
Yep.
That spider freaking, I could not cut it right. It says, unfortunately, we never got a limited edition of it here in Europe. Oh, that's interesting, because usually Europe gets really cool Nintendo
And we don't.
collections, and we don't. Maybe back then it was different in the Wii days, but...
What's the regular, like, what's the price of the collector's edition? Hey, just a heads up if anybody's watching in the US and needs PS5, 10 minutes, they'll be up on Walmart.
10 minutes, they'll be up on Walmart.
Remember this? You had to hold the
Oh,
sword and spin it.
spin it
Yeah.
and confuse it.
I think there's a key in here or something back here.
What do you see? Sealed?
No, just a regular Like, what is it worth now?
A regular one,
Yeah.
not sealed.
Yeah.
Regular edition, $100.
So it's only gone up $20 in value since I bought it.
Go have the collectors. I'd like to add the collectors to my.
I got one for sale.
You do?
$200. I keep wanting to swing the motion controls. I keep doing it.
Did you play it at first with the motion?
No.
You're just used to feeling. Did you try the motion stuff?
No, I can't. Hang on.
Yeah, try it. Let's see how that works. Taking me back to the Wii days.
Oh, the camera's free now, though.
And this has to still be like coming, but
I don't like this. Like when I select stuff, I have to.
we've got to get a Wind Waker Twilight Princess double pack kind of thing. Watch them make this by it separate. I don't think they will. I think it'll be like a double pack thing, but where's that at?
We need it bad so I can play the Wind Waker on my Switch. That'd be great.
I want to replay Wind Waker because I actually don't know if I have an opinion on that. Because I hated at the end of the GameCube version and they fixed it. The GameCube version when you have to collect pieces and stuff, and that like totally does. That is a just halt to that whole game at the end of Wind Waker. But they
I'm turning it off.
no, let me relive it with the controls.
All right.
This is what I hated. Hey, this is where I first.
Are you gonna do the motion or do you want the
motion, baby? Because I hated it then, and let's see what it is now.
Push Y?
Press Y.
That's like your centering button.
Okay. I hated it then. Let's see how it is now, guys.
You're gonna hate it. You gotta cut its web, I think. Target.
But then is it supposed to turn around?
You have to swing.
But is it supposed to do something? And then I fell off. Yeah, I'm already remade.
Wait, no, you don't fall off here because then you have to go all the way back and around.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You have to cut its web, I think. Use a Skyward strike on its web.
Skyward strike. Ah! How do I do a Skyward strike? Oh, like that. Yeah, I got stuck at this part and I'm stuck again.
Shield bump it.
It turns around. There it goes. Oh, I hate this one. Ah!
Turn the motion controls off.
How do I...
Here.
How do I... Travis says looks great. He would join right when I got...
That was a bad time
This
to
is
join.
where I got so livid at this part. It's unbelievable.
Didn't mean to do that.
Was worth a try, says AOI. Yep.
You wanted to relive your trauma over there.
Yep.
When people ask people like who hurt you, that's who hurt Zach.
Yeah, is that Scotola. It's funny how I'm with that with games. That stood out to me. There's a part in when I played the remake to Pokemon Ruby, Omega Ruby on 3DS. I was like, there was a part that bored me to tears, or I just like lost interest. Where was that part? And I was thinking of that, and like the next place I was at, there was like a volcano area in Ruby. Same thing happened. Like, I don't know, like I just lost all just desire to keep on, but I continue to beat it. But Travis says, "How's the stick controls?"
Better.
Sounds like they're better. Sounds like that might be the way to play, but you have to hold the L button and then move the analog to.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I was worried it was going to be more of a problem, but.
We're flooding stuff.
Travis, are you like sold in this game yet?
I wonder how long he's been watching.
You might have fallen asleep. I don't know.
I don't think I can get up there yet.
You know what temple actually turned out really cool? That was the most notoriously hated. Maybe not cool, but like was not aggravating at all. Was the water temple?
Yeah, I never got the hate on that.
It was it was kind of an ordeal on the N64, but the 3DS, when you could just tap to put your shoes on and take the shoes off, I felt like the water temple became not a headache, because I get that it was like you have to go to the menu, turn the iron boots on, sync, turn them back off. Like
I need some seeds bad.
That on the 64, I think the 3DS version is the 3D version of that. I think the same thing with Majora's Mask. Now people, there's like an 8-hour documentary about why the 3DS version sucks because of the changes they made for Majora's Mask.
I don't care.
It's my favorite game, and I get touch controls, and the graphics look better, like way better.
Give me some seeds.
And it still has that creepy kind of atmosphere to it. I don't know. Travis says, seems like some people really like this game if it's ever on sale when they have a deal. Hey, $30. I've made it. I have, my word is my word, as they say. Have you ever heard that saying?
No. I need some seeds in the worst way.
My word is my word. If it's $30, my bond is my word. I will buy it for $30.
Where's my Deku balls?
See it. AOI says,
there we go.
Kenny or Zach, have you ever tried a Nuzlocke challenge?
Oh, wait, did I just leave the dang temple? That sucks.
Have you ever tried a Nuzlocke
I
challenge?
want to.
Is that when you release the Pokemon if they die in a battle? Okay.
And you can only, in any given area that you enter, you can only catch the first Pokemon you see.
Yeah.
And the only exception to that is if you run into a shiny. So, like, you just kind of gotta, like, so basically you can't just go in an area and, like, stack up on strong Pokemon that might be in that area.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to hope that when you get to that area that the Pokemon that you run into is the one you.
That's good they added the shiny thing, because the shinies are so ungodly hard to run into. It's like, yeah, you can. That's such a rarity. That...
Oh, this guy.
Kenny wants to. I have not.
Wait, did I already hit that? What the heck?
Travis, and this is totally. I need to start censoring the chat of what Travis has said. He said, "Kenny, is this better than the overrated Twilight Princess?"
Overrated.
Yeah, I don't know what he's smoking that Deku powder. I think
They both have parts of the game that I just utterly dread.
I don't dread anything from Twilight Princess.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, I'm right though.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm right about not dreading anything.
You want to try and fight this spider again?
Oh, I dread this, but I don't like. There's nothing from Twilight Princess that's like, oh, I hate this part. I can't. That doesn't. That sticks out. Whereas Skyward's stuff, Skyward Sword sticks out. Oh, this is funny. Travis says, I tried playing. Oh, I thought he was gonna say, "Hey, you Pikachu." It's "Let's Go Pikachu." I thought he was trying out "Hey, you Pikachu." It's 4, but he said, I tried playing Let's Go Pikachu last night on my TV, and you physically cannot use both Joy-Cons at the same time. It's unbelievable.
Travis is on.
Oh, Travis, you're playing some Super Mario 3D World.
2 doors lead to rooms left and right, but they will only open when the gemstones are struck. One is above, one is below. Well, I got the one below.
You can't use both Joy-Cons with the game? Probably because they want you to use the...
No, you only use one.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fun because you can play 2-player on that game. And
How do you play 2-player?
the other person has the other Joy-Con, and you both throw the Pokeball. And
Oh, you're running around?
Yeah, you run around together.
That's fine.
It has co-op.
Okay, that's kind of cool. And you don't need a lot of like buttons. For
Where's this
Pokemon.
other dang stone at?
To
How do I get over here?
Oh, AOI asked the question that's Lyle. What's the saying? Lyle to get us.
Liable to get
Liable to get us. Me and Travis were trying to think of that the other day. Liable. We kept saying Lyle and we kept saying Lyle to each other. It's liable. Travis, now we know. Liable to cause a fight. AOI has asked top 5 Zelda games. I know my top 3.
Do you know my number 1?
Yeah.
What is it?
Link's Awakening.
No.
It's not Link's Awakening, it's Breath of the Wild?
No.
I don't know then.
I thought you knew it.
Majora's Mask?
No.
Oh, Wind Waker, duh. But I thought Link's Awakening was your favorite.
That's my number 2.
Okay.
Majora's Mask, my number 3.
I think mine has changed recently.
Oh no.
Post Breath of the Wild. Now that Breath of the Wild has had time to bake in the oven, sit out, the smoke is cleared. I think I'm going to go top 3, and then I'll think of the number 5, number 4 here in a second. But I'm going to go... You know what? No, I'll say it. Number 5. I just got to think of number 5. I know.
I'm stuck. I'm old-fashioned Zelda dungeon stuck right now. I'm looking for a switch somewhere.
5. Gosh, I got to think. I'm going to go number 5, Minish Cap.
Really?
Yeah. Minish Cap's really fun. Like, I think it just has a lot of interesting things to do with the formula and stuff. I'm gonna go Minish Cap. No, I'm not. I take that back. Link to the Past is my number 5. My number 4 is Ocarina of Time. My number 3 is Twilight Princess. My number 2 is Breath of the Wild, and my number 1 is still the OG Majora's Mask. And if Travis says anything different about Majora's Mask placing, he's wrong. Just putting that out there.
Wait.
Yeah, I forgot about Link to the Past for some reason. AOI says, Travis, Twilight Princess over Ocarina of Time. Take that, Travis. Yeah, I like Twilight Princess more than I do Ocarina. Now, Ocarina is the 10 out of 10 classic, but I just like Twilight Princess. I think it looks better. It's got better graphics. I just love the... I don't know, you get to do more fun stuff in Twilight Princess. Ocarina of Time is an all-time classic at the same time. Travis's is number 2 is Breath of the Wild. Number 1, no, I bet he might even like. That's why Breath of the Wild moved up. I didn't know where it was at first. Like, am I gonna put this above everything else? And yeah, that's my number 2, is Breath of the Wild. Okay, Travis's. It is wrong, but I'm gonna put it on here. Number 5 is the Zelda Symphony. Oh, Majora's Mask actually made his top 5. Maybe I've gotta stop ragging on Travis. Number 4, Majora's Mask. Number 3, Zelda 1. Wait a second. Zelda 1 above Majora's Mask. Yeah, I said this was wrong. It's in his top 5. He's almost there, but he said Zelda 1 was better than Majora's Mask, and he needs to. There might be a glitch with YouTube with the number algorithm. His number 2 is Ocarina of Time. His number 1 is Breath of the Wild. I guessed right. I think Breath of the Wild is going to be his favorite.
Can we get a wiki guide on this? Where I'm supposed to go? What I'm supposed to do?
This game rules. Where's Skyward?
Supposed to hit
Is
2
Skyward
switches.
Sword in your top 5 there? I'm gonna do it. This is easy. I got this, guys. I'm a Skyward Sword nut. Oh, I'm stuck in spiderwebs. Crap. I'm stuck. Oh, are we back to button? Back to button. Yeah, the button stuff is way better in control this.
I found it.
Found it? Okay. Zelda Symphony
This is freaking annoying.
was better than Twilight, even though I missed the Ocarina of Time part.
Who hides a freaking switch for one room in another room under here?
Yeah, who does that?
What a troll. That's just a troll. It's not even difficult. That's just trolling.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. That's funny. AOI says, I hope that Travis talks about the game and not the... Talking about the game and not the manga of Majora's Mask. I've never read the manga for Zelda. Is that good, or is that... I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. Yeah, and for those that don't know that story, Travis... We were going to see the Symphony of the Goddess, where they play the symphony with all the Zelda music, and you're like disappearing. I don't know, you put your arm up. That's what it was, you blocked yourself. It confused the AI that's controlling us. We were going to see like the orchestrated Zelda music, and it was great. It was in Indiana, and the traffic was terrible. We couldn't find parking. Travis gets there a little later than us, and he misses the Ocarina of Time part of the symphony. Well, I mean, that's one of Travis' favorite games, of course, of all time. He gets there, and for some reason, in my stupid brain, like as it was coming out of my mouth, I like maybe even smiled at the end of it, because like, why'd I say that? But I looked at him, he was so bummed, and I said, "Oh, don't worry, you only missed the Ocarina of Time part." And it's like that's all he wanted to see. So like we still die laughing at that part. I'll get back on that, but you know, you try to make your friends feel better, and you make it feel worse. So, cheers. Cheers. So we always say that. You only missed Ocarina of Time.
This game does make me a little motion sick sometimes.
Does it?
Yeah, there's my stuff.
Which it's like FPSs that really screw with you, like right with your motion sickness.
Bad. But when cameras move quickly and violently, that'll get me every time.
I can name the games that made me sick. Oblivion, when you do the Duke glitch and make 3,000 things appear on screen and it drops down to like 5 frames per second, I like want to puke. Sonic DX, or what is Sonic
Adventure 1?
Sonic Adventure, yeah. Or was it called DX?
Sonic Adventure 1 DX.
Yeah, that one like made me sick watching it.
I just...
These freaking webs suck. Oh my gosh. Kojima can't play 3D games because of motion sickness. Well, how is he making all these 3D games then? Speaking of Kojima, what is he up to?
He's up to no good.
That sounds like Kojima. There's something like Did you see this? Like a game called Ambush? I think it's called Ambushed. I've actually not.
I just did all that for the map. You didn't even give me a key so that I could.
There's me.
I have information for you. You have obtained a map.
Oh! Did you know you got a map? I'm so glad Fee is there to tell you that you got a map. That's really cool.
Let me tell you this about my map.
Bro. Returning this game is like in a bad dream when you have to go back to high school.
I bet that
you didn't finish one class that you hate. I don't foresee myself hating this game a second time. It's not my future.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna like it. Okay,
well, we're still at the Skulltula part.
Wait,
oh
no,
my
I
gosh.
think I can get over here now. Are there vines right here? No vines. It was just rock textures.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, back to the guide. Blah, blah, get the vines, kill the things. Oh, there's a switch in a room that I totally missed. It's not gonna
Are we
go
near
all
the
back.
boss?
Oh, no.
We're not even close?
No, we still gotta get the boss key, the weapon from the dungeon.
Oh my lord. What? Okay. How long have we been straight for? Okay, we've done a really long hangout.
Alright, we're gonna finish the dungeon.
Magically, the boss key and everything.
It's not actually, we're not really that far off. We gotta get to this front room. There's a switch in here I gotta hit.
Have you watched the Joy-Con drift fix video where you just have to put a little piece of paper in your Joy-Con?
I've heard about this.
And fixes the drift forever. I have just seen that. I think that just got discovered or whatever. And I've heard about that. That is really lame. It reminds me of like 360, Xbox 360 fixes of wrapping. Did you ever wrap your 360 in a towel?
Yeah. Fix the red ring.
To fix the red ring. I wrapped so many 360s in a towel. To the point where I think I haven't had to explain it to people that came over or my parents. Like, why is this? Why did you wrap your console in towel and you had to melt something back? And it worked. It worked for me. I did see that, and then I also, you know what? We crap on Skyward Sword so much. I have to show that I'm complaining about buying the game. That I have to show that I'm actually an idiot for Skyward Sword.
We know that already.
Like, I'm a really big idiot for Skyward Sword.
What the heck did that switch do?
We've got... Jump over here.
Oh, I see what you've got there.
I've got the Loftwing freaking amiibo for the game I don't like. And I'm refusing to buy the game until it's 30. But I went ahead and bought the stupid Joy-Cons. But I have the reason for the Joy-Cons. I've got a reason, guys. I've got a reason. You cannot judge me. But it has to do with the Joy-Con drift. Oh, hey, I know how we should end the stream. I'm gonna put this on the Joy-Con. We're gonna like go back to.
We're gonna go back to Skyloft.
Yeah, we're gonna use the amiibo. I gotta use it at least once. I never buy the game. The reason I got those is because I saw that they fixed the Joy-Con drift. I don't have Joy-Con drift, knock on wood, yet, so I don't have to take a little piece of paper and put it under there. But in the, I don't know when that little trick came out or whatever, but I was like, hey, if it ever happens, if I get drift, I have those as a backup. So I got those Zelda Joy-Cons as my backup because they fixed the Joy-Con drift. Now, Nintendo won't tell you that because they'll get sued to oblivion, but they did fix them. I watched a crazy video the other day on YouTube that talked about, I think his name was something MG Gamer. He's awesome. He like he talks about like game hacks and emulation and stuff and how games are programmed. What was his name? I didn't get his name. What is this guy's name? What is this guy's name?
Such a stupid game.
I'll tell you this guy's name, but I don't know his name.
The suspense.
Key. Okay, here we go. Find this guy. I'm gonna find him. Modern Vintage Gamer. Travis is trying to tell me a thing. That guy rules. He was talking about the 360. They were trying to get to play like burnt your own like.
Twilight Princess.
Oh shoot.
We're in the Twilight now.
We're in the Twilight realm. They were trying to. How do you make it to where you can play your own burnt copies of 360 games? And on this part of the drive, this drive, there's like a separate controller. Or it might have actually been on the motherboard. I can't remember. I think it was on the disk drive. But somebody figured out how to bypass it, and you had to cut. You had to take a drill and drill into this chip with a drill in the right spot, and if you drilled just enough in that one spot, it took out the 2 wires of the 50 that surround this thing. It destroyed those, and you can put any burnt copy of a 360 game in there. But it got to the point where so many people wanted to do that they started selling on like Amazon and stuff. A little like guide. You would like the guide lined up with the motherboard, and it showed you where to drill. Then there was one that like you plugged in and you started drilling, and it would say like, okay, you like stop drilling, like you've drilled like more enough. Because if you drilled too hard, you screwed up the drive. But if you didn't drill it enough, it didn't destroy the copyright protection or whatever. That was freaking unbelievable. I thought that was like one of the craziest hacks I've ever seen. Like that also shows if there's a will that like people will figure out how to hack something. Like
Just drill it.
but drilling it. I thought that was freaking crazy. But modern vintage gamer, definitely check them out on YouTube. That's a great YouTube account.
First sword battle.
Sword battle. I've watched his Street Fighter. I've watched his Street Fighter Alpha 2 videos and stuff. Yeah, I mean the guy even just programmed. He ported Shantae, the Shantae games from Game Boy. They made them on Game Boy Advance and stuff. And he ported like a collection of them to the Switch. And he actually was involved. Like he's a programmer doing that. Like he translated it over. So he's like a legit dude. Love that guy. Oh yeah, and he also was one of the OG original Xbox, wrote the Xbox emulators. And people were pointing out in the comments like, he talked about the emulators of the Xbox in one of the videos and never mentioned he worked on it, and people in the comments like, this dude's so humble he didn't even like use this video to tell you. I would have said like, I definitely worked on this. I would have said, I'm Big Papa Gamer, is what I would have said. Because I'm so humble. But alright, is this the boss?
We just got the beetle.
So is this the boss?
We're about to go to the boss.
We're about to go to the boss right now?
I have to go get the boss key.
Where's the boss key?
In one of these doors. Through here. I have to use the beetle to get there.
He also did a video like on the history of emulation, which I've never seen a video on the history of these emulators. I thought that was like, that's history just lost, I thought. Like who's gonna remember that? But I thought those videos were really interesting on that. Yeah, the Street Fighter Alpha 2, wasn't that about that little plug and play system that just has the joysticks? Have you seen those or whatever? But this was a plug and play system. Or was that Mortal Kombat? I can't remember. Was that Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter Alpha? No, Street Fighter Alpha was the Game Boy port. Yeah, he talked about like when they ported it to the Game Boy Advance, had smaller memory and stuff, and they had to like cut out some stuff and make stuff like they had to. And he like talked with the original like developer.
I guess it doesn't fit in there. I think it's correct in there.
Of these games, so it's really great stuff. And we react to Nintendo Directs, which who else does that?
There's the boss key, I think.
Oh, you gotta fight two of those guys.
No, it's the stupid jump scare.
Jump scare.
Oh, I gotta hit that switch, that's right. No! Missed.
You have to take that box.
No, it's not the box.
Look up. There's no switch.
There's a switch.
No switch. No Nintendo Switch. Are you getting the OLED model?
No.
Travis says he did a video where he showed how to make your own original Game Boy games you play on a real Game Boy. That would have been a great video for me, like, back when I was in college, I think I was, like, tinkering with stuff. And I kind of wanted to make my own Game Boy game, like, put it on a cart and, like, play it on my original Game Boy. I never did that because it uses assembly. I think the thing he has, like, he uses, like, an editor, and that would have been a lot easier, I think. But at the time, maybe it was true even for the video he showed, but I kind of scrubbed that video. You have to write in a language called assembly, which is hell on earth, from from what I'm used to, like Java and C. That was like other stuff I wrote in, but
there's a switch in one of those rooms.
AOI says Dweeb Bros would have been an awesome title for a Game Boy game. Maybe that's, hey, I'm gonna watch Modern Vintage Gamers video. Maybe I'll put it out, the Dweeb Bros video game. And it's gonna be filled with loot boxes, loot crates, and loot boxes. Did you ever sign up for a loot crate? Never did either. I feel like there became a loot crate for everything. Like there was a loot crate for like shaving. There was like the girls got their own loot crate thing. Everyone got like a loot crate. Is this the boss key?
What a stupid gimmick, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna face the boss. This is an extra long. I knew it was gonna be a long one because Skyward Sword, baby, but.
If this ain't the boss key, I'm probably gonna jump on.
Well, that might be our stream.
No, it's not.
How close are we?
We're close.
Do not tell me that.
75%.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna call it. AOI says I've won a loot crate some time ago. I told you he wins.
He wins everything.
You should do like the lottery. Do they have the lottery in Germany? I feel like every country has a lottery, right? Or is that just American? They have to. You have to be able to set the lottery. Alright.
No.
This takes us back to the Skyloft.
No, we're not doing it.
Here. Take us back to the Skyloft.
Oh, look, I found it.
Is that the boss key?
I just flooded it again. 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. What are we at right now?
Alright, let's see if Travis and AOI are going to hold for 10 more minutes to see where we get. Are we even going to get to the boss?
We have to see a boss battle.
Should I put the Loft Wing Amiibo on the controller or should we continue?
Take a poll.
I'm leaving it up to Travis and AOI.
Let's start a poll.
AOI says, looks like fun to use that flying insect.
Yes.
It's like a drone. It's the world's first drone in the Zelda world.
The truck driver just texted me and said, I just got loaded. Sorry, I was in a cave and there was no signal. Got loaded in a cave. Okay, there's the key door. Oh no.
That don't look fun. No one said anything, so you're safe from the Loft Wing. Oh, Travis says beat the boss. AOI, it's up to you. Do we continue? Travis said, I'm not there to help you this time, Zach. He did help me defeat Chaos.
You have to knock them off.
No, you don't. Oh my gosh, you have to get that freaking little tiny part of the stem. Anyway, says like go with Travis. No pun intended. Alright. You are safe in the Loft Wing.
There's a bunch of Deku heads down there.
A little bunch of Deku heads.
We go down there. Boss key, boss key. Oh, there's definitely a boss key in here.
Yeah, I'm feeling a boss key.
What the heck is that thing? I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah, get over
Good.
there. Boss key,
That's
boss
all I
key.
had to do for the boss key.
Boss key, boss key.
Boss key, boss key.
Boss key. Bosky, Bosky. Shoot, I just remembered this. This sucks, this part.
Does it? There's the boss door. You just have to get the key.
When you do that, I gotta go. What's a Zelda term for pee? Gotta go to the swamp.
Oh, there's a bathroom in the game. We didn't relive our 2011 things either.
Oh, we didn't. I'm gonna think of that, and you think of yours. I've got some in my mind.
Alright. I'm gonna find the boss key.
Okay, boss key.
Alright, Zach left me alone in here with the stream. So now I can say whatever I want about Zach. He's a hater when it comes to this game for no reason. It's not that bad. That's really all I gotta say. There's the boss key. Just gotta figure out how to get over there. There's my way around. There's some vines. Playing this after playing Breath of the Wild, though, is... some of this stuff just feels so tedious after having a game that gave you, like, that much freedom and you not having to, like... there were still puzzles and things you had to do, but, like, flying around and using a beetle... Oh, shoot! Oh, I'm in danger.
Okay, I got it.
I don't know where this guy came from. I'm gonna get hit.
I had to go talk to a Zora at a Hyrule Lake.
Ooh.
If you catch my drift. If you catch what Deku seeds I'm throwing.
I found the boss key.
Okay. Where's that?
It's through there, right there, where that cage is.
Oh, easy. I remember this being not fun. Like, this room caused me some bad memories to come back up.
There's some vines over here. I was just talking about how after playing Breath of the Wild, like flying this little beetle around, like trying to hit vines to knock them down. It just doesn't feel like, it's not fun. Yeah. It's just like, it's work.
Yeah, and like, the linear, I
like the linearity.
Yeah, and I like it too. We already have like 18 games to do it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
By the time it got to this one, it was so tired, like. I'll even give, like, as much as I like it, Twilight Princess, it still continues that. It's still in the Shadow of Ocarina. This is still in the Shadow of Ocarina. And Breath of the Wild is, like, its own new world. Like, you know, we need to actually start... Where's Zelda? We need to start setting the trends, you know? Here we go. Boss key. Boss key. How far are you in this on your save?
Not this far.
Really?
Yeah.
You transfer the save over and you just use this one?
I'm at the temple, so I just have to go and do all this. But now it'll all be fresh. Okay, is this one?
Yeah, you get to do this all over again. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, I missed.
That's a loft wing.
But now I should be perfectly square to it. Like this stuff right here, it's just like, let me just climb the walls.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like... I'm just over this. Travis says... Okay, I think he's definitely off some Deku powder. He's got some Deku powder. He's snorted.
Yeah.
Travis said, Zelda 1, trendsetter. Okay, I get that. Ocarina of Time, trendsetter. Breath of the Wild, trendsetter. Twilight Princess. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this game sucks.
Twilight Princess, okay. Ocarina cosplay. I think it's just a better version of
Ocarina
of
cosplay.
Time.
That I've never heard it presented that way.
Ocarina
accurate.
cosplay, that's fighting words, so.
Pretty accurate. Do I have to go all the way to like the top of this thing? I feel like I'm not gonna get enough swing.
I don't know. Forgetting to raise that because we have the loft wing in the Ocarina cosplay.
I'm definitely not getting enough swing here.
AOI hit the nail on the head. AOI says, say to Travis that he should watch the most hyped E3 moment. When they show Twilight Princess, that is the most hype I've ever been for a video game. And I think it lived up to the hype. That was... Have you seen that footage of when I think I put it in Dweebs
Bosky.
even. Bosky.
Bosky.
I put it in Dweebs, but you get to see a moment of it, but I showed you on my channel, but I remember downloading. There was no YouTube, like there wasn't a ton of like YouTube wasn't doing anything. It was like 2005 at the time. I don't even know if YouTube was up, but I downloaded. I remember on Firefox browser back then. It was brand new. Like Firefox was pretty new, and I downloaded like 18 segments. You had to download them in segments of gameplay. Somebody was on the show floor at E3. All these little tiny moments. I had like 18 downloads. I'll never forget it at the time.
You remember this?
Ugh. But oh my gosh. Travis says sounds like Kenny agrees. No, I don't know.
I don't. I think Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess they're the same game. They are.
He says
Twilight
what I'm saying.
Princess is just.
I think it
looks
looks
better.
It has better graphics.
I mean, it looks better, but I mean, it does the same things.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know.
It doesn't break the
Ocarina of
mold.
Time is
Yeah.
better, though. I think, my opinion.
Okay, well, there can be two wrong people in the world. That's okay. I think that Ocarina of Time set all these like new standards. That's a classic 10 out of 10. I think Twilight Princess. If I have to have a choice, I want to go back and like play like. There's annoying parts in Ocarina I think people forget about, and like, especially that water. If you're playing the original N64 version, especially, but like, I don't know. I like Twilight Princess. I like the temples and stuff you get to deal with.
Twilight Princess has some cool dungeons, but I think Ocarina of Time.
It's very nostalgic. I'll give you.
I don't even know if it's nostalgic. I love you play as the little kid, and then you play as the adult. There's certain temples that you can only do as a kid. There's certain ones you only do as an adult. Then you can kind of it intermingles. Like, I just think that game is something else. Especially in regards to like the.
AOI said, I look forward to the day when Twilight Princess gets a release on the Switch and we'll have the same conversation on Dweeby Bros all over again. Yeah, this fight will never end. But I get what you're saying, Kenny.
I just think it.
The kid stuff and going to the adult, that is really cool.
The time travel, all that stuff. I just think it's one of a kind.
I do like that. I think that is like another like classic nod to it. Yeah, when Twilight Princess comes out, we're putting Travis in the seat, and then you can be here for backup because we'll fight Skyward Sword. It's been pretty bloody tonight. That's what the blood on the Crash Bandicoot box was. This guy just like creeps around. Gear him. He just seems too sexual in this. You know what I mean? He gets up and is sniffing Link and
Creepy.
AOI, if I think that is going to come out in the Twilight Princess Switch port. We'll get Travis here and we'll throw down. Travis says Kenny making a lot of sense. Well, according to that description, though, those are both really good. He said Ocarina of Time is lost, Twilight is the leftovers. Those are both fantastic shows, and the leftovers does things better than the Lost does. So. Thank you for that, Travis. I would agree. Well, except that Twilight Princess is lost.
Gosh, I forgot how annoying this fight is.
Is this the boss fight? Or you're not to the boss
He
yet?
said I'm telegraphing my move. Not.
Everyone has their favorites. Just some people's favorites are better than others. Yeah, I agree, Travis. What on earth does it do better? It is. I think Leftovers is much more. It's 30 episodes. I think it cuts out on the filler that Lost had. I mean, Lost had you like looking at Jack's tattoos for a little bit. What the frick was that? Lost is my favorite show, but Leftovers trims the fat, and you just get an excellent show from beginning to end.
Let me go. My cheat code was working.
Travis put LOL. I think his keyboard's screwing up.
Let me go. Oh no.
Dude, can you do this? We've got Travis and AOI here waiting for the show, and we're not to the boss. Are you supposed to be doing this?
Not this. I'm supposed to hit him. I messed up.
He telegraphs in the movie, so. Oh, the way.
Yeah, like I have to trick him. It only works sometimes.
Kenny, who are you fighting? Looks like Impa.
Lord
His name is
Girahim.
Girahim.
He's like the servant of the Dark Lord.
Or is it Girahim?
It's Girahim, I think.
It's a giraffe
It's a giraffe.
at the kazoo. Oh my gosh. Kill this guy.
I don't know what happened there. My sword.
I think you're about to get the loft link.
Oh,
How do you pronounce GIF? It's GIF.
Jif.
It's GIF.
Oh, he's got a sword now.
You like Skyward. You say it's GIF. I say it's GIF. We're starting a new podcast called Enemy Bros. Travis says Super Mario 3D World rocks. Yes. Game rules. I think it's even more fun with Frank. Oh, Gil. Sorry, I'm so far back from the screen. I thought it said Gil. I say Gil.
Oh, he got me.
Yep, and Gil.
See, the sword. The sword play in this game is so fun. That is one thing that I like.
What is the currency in Kingdom Hearts? Money. It's M-U-N-N.
Yeah.
M-U-N-N-Y. It's money. I'm trying to think of all the money in video games. Gil.
I'm pretty sure this is the boss.
Will you react to the Gamescom opening night with Jeff Keighley? When is that? When is that usually? Is that in September?
Yeah, there you go. See? Beat the boss. Don't know why I got a heart scanner, didn't kill anything.
Yeah, you didn't even fight the boss.
Yeah, he was the boss.
That was the boss?
Yeah.
That was what you got the boss key for?
Yes.
I thought we were still had. I thought he was like a guy getting to the boss. Interesting.
Hurry up. Let me in.
Europe's biggest gaming convention. Yeah, I do know what games come on. I just didn't know when it's happening. Gamescom usually does have some really good
spring
announcements.
Zelda just took a bath. Would you buy Zelda's bathwater?
That's the question of the night. I should put that in the freaking title. Would you buy Zelda's bathwater? Yeah, I had to stop buying. I ran out of money 2 years ago, whenever that was, buying Belle Daffy's bathwater. My wife finally said we cannot buy any more of this. But happy wife, happy life, you know, as they say. So they said enough is enough.
I heard she was the one who wanted it.
Yeah. Well, everybody wanted it.
I mean, he looks kind of derpy.
I mean, I brought him to my family reunion as like little fun packs.
Message written in the language of the gods of old.
August 25th is the conference. Is there going to be some big announcements he's going to do?
What you got from 2011 while we're finishing up?
Okay, as we're finishing up 2011, when I think of 2011, I think of Florence and the Machine.
Okay.
We used to listen to that band. No longer with us anymore. They are split. Party Rock. And that 2011 period, Party Rock is in the night.
I don't care about that.
Skrillex around that era. I'm talking a lot of music right now. Of course, Skyrim at the same time as this came out the same year in 2011. 11/11/11. I'll never forget that date. Travis said this does make me want to play Zelda. I wish the GameCube ports came to Switch. Yeah, I wish Wind Waker would finally come.
Zelda purified herself in the spring, dude.
It's the bathwater.
We gotta get the bathwater.
Yeah, we gotta get Zelda's bathwater.
She calculates a 97% chance she's headed out for Elden.
I hate all the percentage stuff with this whole thing. Kenny, have you watched the new Suicide Squad movie?
No.
Are you a Suicide Squad guy?
So the first one, no.
Yeah.
I've heard this one's pretty decent.
I heard
it's
this one is better than
it's got the director from Guardians and
But I thought that was so weird that they made a sequel or like kind of a remake.
It's kind of like a reboot already.
Like a reboot already. I think that reminds me of the Mirror's Edge when they just called it Mirror's Edge again. And I guess it'd been a couple of years, but I was like, why not just make a sequel?
You want to teleport me?
All right.
I wonder if I have to do something.
I think I just put it on there. Oh, Amiibo, use Amiibo. You gotta enable it?
If you call Fee and use a certain Amiibo on the surface.
Which one? We are about to watch, speaking of like DC stuff, but like, our buddy Zach has been wanting us forever to do that. It's on the analog stick? I never knew it was right there. Amiibo recognized. Do you wish to return Sky? But he wants us to watch the freaking 4-hour cut of the Snyder cut. That thing. So God, I heard that's a monster of a movie.
2011 to me.
Yeah, what's 2011?
Freelance Wales.
Yeah. Was it? When did the freaking hoverboard come?
I don't know. 2011 was getting the iPhone 4S.
Oh yeah.
I worked at McDonald's. 2011, Kenny was a very special
You were
breed.
really responsible, but not at all at the same time. It's a really weird combination of who you were at the time.
Let's look up what was popular in 2011.
You had a ton of responsibilities, yet you seemed also like you didn't. Which none of us had families.
What was trendy in 2011? Oh, these are fashion trends.
Yeah, we weren't into fashion then. We are now.
Okay. Amazon Kindle Fire, iPhone 4S, the Sidekick 4G.
Oh, Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black.
More music stuff.
Price tag.
MySpace. I think MySpace is better than that.
Amy Winehouse.
But I think I had a MySpace still. I definitely had
Was
it.
that when Kim Kardashian married Kanye?
I
I think so. Falling searches. MySpace, High Five, Meebo. Oh no.
Delta Airline.
Fastest
Google
rising.
Plus.
Rebecca,
That's
I
2011.
remember that.
You know what? Hey, speaking of Google Plus, did you get this? I signed up for. There was a thing where they got a data hack. Before Google Plus shut down, they got hacked, and everyone got like stuff stolen from them, or like their information stolen, and they didn't say anything. And then finally, someone said they whatever, and they knew about it months ahead, and they didn't say anything to people, and they got sued. And I signed up for that, like the class action lawsuit. You know, freaking we talk about AOI signs up for all the giveaways. I signed up for every small class action lawsuit, and I kid you not, like 3 days ago, I got in my email $2.15 from the Google Plus. So it's gone full circle from 2011. It took
10 years.
10 years to get $2.15, but dude,
I think that was when Fukushima happened. The nuclear reactor meltdown.
that was freaking bad.
Steve Jobs was sick.
Steve Jobs died.
Well, did he die in 2011?
Yeah.
Sports, nothing. Doesn't seem anything crazy happen.
Yeah, Fukushima was pretty freaking nuts because that was like a crazy freaking.
Ellie Goulding.
Yeah,
2011.
a lot of music stuff. Oh, it was 2011. 2010 was Toy Story 3.
Yep. Let's see what else. 2011, I dropped out of college, but I went back in.
But
2012.
you went back and you
I
went
went to
to
Boston. It's okay.
You got pushed back.
Yeah, McDonald's, living at my grandma's, sleeping on the couch.
I was totally useless.
Yeah.
I think.
Running around with you, doing stupid, going to Houston Woods all the time.
Yeah, that's fun times.
Uselessness.
Totally useless.
Get paid. I'd get paid. I'd pay my bills. I'd have $20 left,
you'd
and
buy
I'd
an
buy
iPhone.
Sonic keychains and iPhones and stupid stuff. Oh man.
I love that you came with us. It was me, you, and one of other friends, and we went to get Skyrim at lunch. We stayed in the parking lot because they said we called I remember a week before, a month before. Hey, are you doing a Skyrim launch? And they said, yeah, come, whatever. And we went there, and there was nobody there. They said we're gonna be there, and we're keeping the store open, whatever. And nobody was there until 10 minutes before midnight. They finally let people in because there was people. It was cold. It was November in Ohio. It was cold, so finally they let us go in there, and big ginormous boxes. I still have that and the dragons.
I just sold the dragon.
You just sold
for
the dragon.
$100.
Yeah, but you bought it and you didn't have a 360.
Bought it for $360. I did not have an Xbox 360.
He didn't even have the console to play.
I was planning on. I was gonna buy it.
But
I bought one.
I love that you just sold it and then you finally sold the 360 product.
Well, I bought the console. I played the game. It made me sick.
Oh, okay.
That was when I really figured out that.
But you kept the dragon and just sold the game.
I kept the dragon. I kept the art book. I sold the game when I was in college in Boston.
Okay.
2011 Kenny this is a story that'll encompass me in a nutshell.
Yeah, we'll end on this.
So it carried a little bit into 2012. I'm in college. I tried to, I jailbroke my iPhone, and I broke the screen, and I tried to fix the screen myself, and I fricked my phone up really bad. I had to, pinch it together to use the touchscreen, because I didn't seal it back right. And, so I was trying to get a new iPhone, and I didn't have any money at all. And I went around the campus of this small private school and sold anything I could get my hands on.
Yeah, you were going there like anybody. You were like an auctioneer.
Jacob gave me his TV, and I sold it to Travis. and Jacob took like a cut of it, and then I got the rest of whatever. Jacob's like, you can sell it, just give me like 10%, something stupid like that. I sold my original 3DS. Like an idiot without thinking, I had all those Ambassador Program games on there. And I was like, oh, here you go, sell it. And then luckily I called Nintendo when I got my new one, and they were like, oh yeah, we see that you had this stuff. You should have transferred it over. You're an idiot, but we'll give it back to you.
Yeah, that was cool.
So they gave it back to me.
They never put those on the store.
So 3DS, I sold like a portable battery. I sold a Jacob's TV. I sold Skyrim.
You sold other people's stuff.
I sold Skyrim. I sold all this stuff. Also, I could go get the iPhone 5S. And
I'm glad you got it. Was it the 5S thing?
I did make enough money, but get this. I came up. Jacob will tell you the story to this day, and he will curse my name for it. I was like $7 short.
Oh yeah, and there was
because in Boston the taxes were way higher.
Yeah.
And I didn't calculate like that the taxes were going to be like $50, and I didn't know you had to pay sales tax on the full retail of the phone. I thought I was just going to pay the $200 upgrade fee and be done.
Yeah.
So I'm like $7 short. So Jacob and I are at the store. We're both going to get iPhones. I'm going to get the 5S. He's going to get the 5C. And he thought that he could just trade in his old phone and get the new one for free. I don't know why he thought that, but he thought that. And I was like, well, I'm just going to pay for this upgrade.
Yeah.
And I go, and I'm like, Jacob, I'm $7 short. And he's like, oh, don't worry, man, I got you. So I hand over like cash. I put some on the card, and I put some on like a gift card. I had like 3 forms. This dude thought
this was the first time he did stuff like this, because we were at Best Buy before, and you were like, I have this much on credit.
Remember that's when I bought all the bubble gum.
Yeah, he bought.
I had all the rewards.
20 packs, because they wouldn't let him like keep the rewards and then give him a new, because it would have had leftover money to get Skyrim. It was to pre-order Skyrim or something like that, and you kept buying stacks of bubble gum because you had so much left over, and they wouldn't let you just keep it. Like, so you bought that. You found a Pokemon guide that was worth a penny. In the store.
It was literally a penny. So anyway, Jacob pays me pays for the $7. So that dude at Best Buy was so over me. Like, he was just like, get out of here. And so Jacob goes to get his phone, and he's like, hey Kenny, I'm like $5 short. And I'm like, I don't have $5. Like, I'm at 0. I was -7. You paid the 7. I'm at 0. Zilch. Nothing. And Jacob's like, I just gave you 7, and now I'm 5 short. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't got it. And Jacob,
it's in my hand.
Jacob,
about to buy a new phone.
I got the iPhone, like, and so Jacob was livid, and I was on cloud 9 because I just got the new iPhone. And I wasn't like, in my mind, I was like, dang, Jacob didn't have $5. 2011 Kenny was terrible.
Yeah.
But that was the mindset we had. Like, it was like, do whatever you can to get this thing.
Do whatever you can.
I did the thing for the other iPhone where we did the budget sheet, and I drew Sonic all over it. And I was like, I'll have negative $10. Negative $9. Because my bank would let me go to -10. And if I went past -10, I'd get an overdraft fee.
But -9.
-9, I could get the iPhone.
For 2 weeks, you could go negative.
For 2 weeks.
Wow. So that was 2011. Was no one was making money back then. So I wonder. AOI said as long as you didn't sell any Pokemon cards.
Oh, don't worry. My parents let me sell those when I was in 4th or 5th grade, and
no worries. Those were gone. Way before.
If my mom wouldn't have let me do that, she'd probably have a nicer house right now. Because I'd have a nicer house. I would have been able to take care of everybody.
Everyone fell. But thank you guys for watching. It's been a fun one. Now I'm putting the Loft Wing. Now you guys can. We're taking you back to the Loft Wing. good night, Kenny, Zach, and Travis, and thanks for showing the game. Hey, I'm glad that we got to. After this, we're gonna fight even more. Now I'm sending you guys to Skyloft.
Send them away.
Oh shoot, I gotta turn off the freaking thing.
Here, I'll do it. Amiibo.
Okay.